Yeah, welcome everyone to are we calling it Warham's Wednesday?
I don't generally put a name of it. I just call it Warhams because
Our usual Wednesday slot where we're just we're painting some Warhammer and having a little chitty chat.
Yes.
Ikevine finished all of the first column on OG Rollercoaster Tycoon scenarios. Nice. Gotta catch up. Oh man, so today I'm going to be painting the Ghostkeel. I'm going to be resuming this bad lad. If it focuses. Go for the skin, there you go. We're painting this bad lad. He's not far off now. He's just a little bit muddy. We need highlights. And you're going for some guardsmen.
Yeah.
And Lehman Russ later on. Not Lehman Russ. Rogal Dawn.
Rogal Dawn, yeah.
The other tank.
The other tank.
Indeed.
So he's talking about the Rogal Dawn reminded me.
Oh yes.
So I made a couple of groups on Facebook to do with Warhammer, just because, just because.
Yeah.
This is more for the playing side of things rather than the hobbying side of things. But there's a healthy mix between the two.
Yeah. You gotta paint them if you're gonna play. You gotta paint them if you're gonna play with them.
Yeah. But sometimes, every now and then, Facebook will show me a post that somebody's made within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And somebody put up a post. It was like, oh, it's gonna be. I think he said it was gonna be my first game with Guard.
Okay.
Since the new codex. I was like, all right, okay. I've only just got into it. I've bought a bunch of stuff. I put it together. Yada yada yada. And the Guard recently got their codex release for 10th edition, so we've got new stuff. We've lost some stuff, but we've got new stuff.
What have we lost? Just out of interest, I've not really. Looked at it.
So infantry squads are gone. These are the squads of 10 that can have a heavy weapons team.
Okay. So
they've gone.
What are they now?
Either Catachans, Krieg, or Cadians. Games Workshop have officially GW have an official list of models that can be proxied. This is mainly for tournaments.
Yeah.
And when you look under infantry squad, it says these are the official proxies for Krieg, Catachan, and Cadians.
Okay, what if you want to be neither of those?
Tough.
Because my army is not any of those.
Mine are an offshoot of Cadian, so it works for me.
Mine are kind of Valhallan-esque.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
Guess they're Cadians now.
No, they're not. I'm playing as Guard. I am Guard. No. You're Cadians. No. I'm not.
So here's the thing. That's very much the competitive scene.
Okay.
Which, as a narrative player, mainly, I don't give a fuck about it. It's annoying that the game gets balanced around the competitive, but sometimes I do think there should be just a.
If they tell me that I have to choose, I will just say no.
Yeah. Truth be told, it would be great if they go, for competitive, if they literally, every time they updated something, it's like, for competitive players, it's now this, rather than just a blanket change. I get why they do it, but it's still annoying either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. So we've lost infantry, we've lost the platoon command squads, which are the old command squads before the Cadian stuff came out 2 years ago.
Okay, I've got 2 of those.
The Krieg now, we've lost some what are called data sheets these days.
Okay.
We've lost some of them but gained others. So we gained a Rogal Dawn tank commander, for example, but we lost a bunch of the old Forge World stuff that was still in the index.
Right.
Which is fine because the Forge World stuff is always a bit funky, shall we say?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Let's just stay on there. We've lost the servitors that you could attach your engine seer to. We lost Iron Hand Strachan.
Okay.
And Sergeant Harker, of all people. They're now legends,
Huh.
which is weird.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen with those.
Are they going to make a whole new game a bit like Kill Team for Legends?
I don't know. But it's weird to see them lose that. You know. The heavy weapons teams have tripled. So now you get Cadian heavy weapons teams, Katachan heavy weapons teams, and Creek heavy weapons teams.
Oh, right. They just they haven't tripled in size. Like, you can't have, like, 9 guns in one squad.
No. Well, in this context, I'm referring to data sheets.
Yeah.
But the Krieg got their own special heavy weapon squad in the big Krieg release that happened about last month.
Special's the right word.
I mean, yeah, it's heavy stubbers, heavy flamers, and las cannons. Those are the weapon options.
Not even a heavy bolter deal.
I mean, I might be forgetting a heavy bolter. I'm going to go have a look. Give me a second.
Oh. The heavy stuff is basically an autocannon type thing, isn't it?
It's smaller than autocannon.
Oh, okay.
It's what generally is on like the top of vehicles.
Yeah, it's what Outriders carry, isn't it? A lot of the time.
In Darktide, yes. On the tabletop, no.
Darktide is lore now. It's fine.
What am I looking at? Oh yeah, Krieg heavy weapons team.
Fucking love
heavy
Darktide.
weapons squad.
Need to get back on that. Need to get back on that.
Krieg heavy weapons squad. Oh yeah, no. Literally just heavy stubbers, heavy flamers, and las cannons.
So they can't have a heavy bolter?
No.
Heavy weapons
Which
team
is weird.
without a heavy bolter. I'm pretty sure my heavy weapons team has a heavy bolter. I think I've got 2 of them. One's a heavy bolter and one's a las cannon. So the heavy bolter is no longer an option. So I have a model that cannot be used.
So the Krieg heavy weapons squad is subtly different.
Okay.
The Krieg one. So when you make a heavy weapons squad,
yeah,
it's 2 dudes on a base with a heavy weapon, right?
Yeah.
The Krieg heavy weapons squad is different.
Okay. Is that mounted on a horse?
No.
That would be funny,
it's
actually.
4 dudes.
Uh-huh.
One dude is called the fire controller, who's like the sergeant, basically.
Alright.
And the other 3 dudes have a little trolley with their gun on it.
Oh, okay.
Like a little wheelbarrow kind of thing.
Okay.
But there's only one of those. But there's only one of those per base.
Okay.
So you get 4 bases instead of 3.
Right.
But they interact subtly different.
Okay.
The heavy weapons team that you're describing, with the heavy bolters and the las cannons, mixed in a single squad, you can still run those. They just competitively, they are now either Cadian or Katachan instead.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like we lost generic heavy weapons squad, but gained Katachan heavy weapons squad.
Right.
So, we lost heavy weapons squad and we gained Cadian heavy weapons squad and Katachan heavy squad, and the Krieg have got their own heavy weapons squad, which is different.
Yeah. It was have to be bloody different.
Yeah, well.
The bloody space balls of the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, it's same with any of the named chapters. Look at the Black Templars, for Christ's sake. But yeah, it's sort of a bit along those lines. Like some things have changed or have been reworded in like the heavy weapon squads, or they've gone as a data sheet, a la the infantry and the platoon command squads, but you can now run them as
other stuff,
other things. Yeah. Apart from the platoon command squad, you can only run that as either a Cadian or a Katachan, because again, the Krieg have their own.
Right.
They have their own special one.
Okay, so they're not the models are still usable because they haven't necessarily changed. They're just what they're called on the data sheets has changed.
Yeah, but you can't have. When you look through, if you look on the list builder like New Recruit or something,
yeah,
you will now not see infantry squad. You'll see Cadian shock troops, Katachan jungle fighters, Death Corps of Krieg, but no infantry. There's no entry called infantry squad anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it was we were talking about on the Discord in the week. What have they done with the Fire Warriors? They've gotten rid of the name Fire Warrior.
So,
But,
Fire Warriors for Tau, Fire Warriors are now make up a squad, but the squad has changed based on its function.
okay.
So you got Strike Team and Breacher Team.
Yeah. So you got specialized units, but the individual Tau are still called Fire Warriors.
Yes.
Okay. Makes me feel slightly better. What they were trying
So
to
there's no Fire Warrior squad.
Hmm.
But you can have squads of Fire Warriors, so they're just called Strike Teams or Breacher Teams.
So they are Fire Warrior squads, but they have specific purposes, and they're named after their purpose.
Yes.
Okay. What is a standard Fire Warrior squad called?
Strike Team, I think.
Okay, cool. So I have strike teams at the moment.
Yes.
Yes.
But the difference is I think one comes with a certain type of weapon.
But yeah, one will come with the and it'll probably be you can outfit your Fire Warriors in the box that it comes with two types of weapon. One is your standard basically the Tau version of the las rifle, which is the one I use, which is the really long range one.
Pulse rifle?
Yes, I think so. And the other one is the blaster, I think it's called, or something like that. And that's what the stealth suits tend to use.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the difference is one has one and one has the other. You can't mix them, I guess, now.
If you're running strike teams, you can mix and match between pulse carbines and pulse rifles.
Okay.
But if you're playing breacher teams, then no, they just get pulse blasters.
Right. Okay.
So you got pulse rifles, pulse carbines, and pulse blasters.
Right.
Pulse blasters are really quite short range, actually.
Yeah,
they're only 10 inches.
The rifles are the ones.
Yeah, because they're 30 inches.
They're well, I don't know if they're as long as they used to be, because they used to be really annoying and broken. Like if someone was using a tower and they had 4 squads of Fire Warriors and they all had the rifles, you weren't getting near them. They'd set up right at the back of the map, and they'd be able to shoot you from the entire over the entire battlefield, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the Breacher Fire Warrior team, they get pulse pistols and pulse blasters.
Are they the short range team?
Yes. Because their objective is their ability is every time they make a ranged attack that targets an enemy within range of an objective marker, you get a flat re-roll to wound, which is quite spicy because you're strength 6, which is not inconsiderate. You're wounding Marines on 3s.
Nice.
Which ain't bad.
Ain't bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Pulse Blaster is 10-inch range, 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 6, AP -1, damage 1, assault. Which is quite nifty. Whereas that's the Breacher team, that's the short range team.
Yeah.
Whereas the Strike team gets either the Pulse Rifles or the Pulse Carbines. I'm going to pop one in just to get a comparison for the weapons. So the Pulse Rifle is... Well, they get Pulse Pistols because pistols.
Yeah.
The Pulse Rifle is 30-inch range, which is 6 inches more than the humble las gun.
Yes.
1 attack, hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1, rapid fire 1. So if you shoot at a target at 15 inches or less, you get an additional shot with every pulse rifle.
Nice.
but the pulse carbine is less range
Yes.
at 20 inches, but you get a flat 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP 0, damage 1, and then there's no keyword or anything.
Yeah.
But their ability is suppression volley. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, select one enemy infantry unit hit by one or more of those attacks. Until the start of your next turn, while the unit is on the battlefield, that enemy unit is suppressed. While a unit is suppressed, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll.
Oh dear. Every time.
So you shoot at. So your fire warrior, your strike team shoots at my guardsmen. When my guardsmen go to shoot, effectively, I need 5s to hit rather than 4s.
Excellent.
And as long as I do not destroy that strike team, and you keep shooting at that same guard squad, that same thing will happen over and over again. And you don't even have to wound the enemy to do that, to enact that ability. You just have to hit them. Which, yeah, and which, you know, when you're hitting on 4s, it's not actually all that difficult. So yeah, it's this is what I really like about 10th, is that there's a lot of synergy that you can get done with it.
Yeah.
We kind of started seeing it in 9th, but in 10th has really sort of come up to the forefront, and I quite like it. I think it's a refreshing change of pace from how like 4th and 5th edition used to be. I know they're saying like, oh, you know, air quality is better, you know, or you know, computers are better now than they were 20 or 30 years ago. I was like, yes, but it's, for the most part, that's a good thing.
I'm struggling to see. The gun is big and mighty, but it blocks the light. I'm trying to paint the leg underneath the gun, and it's very difficult to see what's going on.
I find you're having to like rotate in like 15 million different angles to try and get it.
That's the idea, although it's not working yet. I've tried to turn the light up so that I can see him. In fact, I might turn this side light on as well, a bit higher. There we go. So it is becoming a lot brighter in here, which is probably going to wash the camera out if I try and put something too close to it, but I'll have to deal with that later. Right, let's wash
you know
the
what's
brush.
also like something really, really helpful when it comes to painting?
What's that?
Getting your paints out.
Did you not get your paints out?
No, I was trying to talk. I said, "I go to paint." I was about to pick up the paintbrush. So I was like, "Hang on, I'm missing something here." Ah, yes, the paint.
Like trying to make a
So
cup,
good.
trying to make a cup of tea without the kettle.
Yeah, I know. So good. Like they were literally right next to me, so
That's
it's
fine.
not as if we were just all packed away in a box. Because I had
Oh.
to pull apart my PC the other day, which was fun.
Oh, nice. What happened to it?
So I was just listening away to things as I was doing some painting, and I heard the Windows disconnect sound, and I went ahead and I looked up and I saw that one of my monitors had turned off.
Oh dear.
So I was like, alright, cool. I don't like this. So I had to, that's surely died a death. No, not quite. So yeah, I had to, oh Jesus. Had to pull it apart. I cleared my painting desk, I took everything off it, packed everything away, unplugged my PC tower, and put it on my painting desk to pull it apart and put it back together again to try and fix the issue.
Yeah.
As it turns out, because it's been about a week since that happened, well, a bit longer than that now actually, and the fact that the second monitor still works, I'm slightly more convinced that it was a cable issue
Yeah.
between the monitor and my GPU,
Okay.
but I suspect this might be a constant problem now.
Oh dear.
Because it's a not an old, well, not an, I don't want to say old GPU, but a well-used GPU, shall we say.
Okay. I mean,
So I'm sort of expecting that to happen again, to be honest. What am I missing?
depending on your GPU, it could just be the cable, to be honest. It could just
Yeah,
be
well,
yeah, it could just be the
Go on.
wire. Just like eventually cables do die. If you got a cheap one off Amazon, you know. Like I got the cheapest of display cables, and my my left-hand monitor, the non-main monitor, is dodgy sometimes. Like when it switches between HDMI, which I use on my work computer, and the display cable, whatever it's called, then it does like do weird things, like completely clear the taskbar on the second monitor, which is weird.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And do weird things with the resolution. Makes both monitors flash weirdly.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and also the monitor needs time to warm up on this side as well. I don't know if it's just a defective monitor, to be honest, but for like the first 10 minutes of use, like you can't see anything on the bottom half because it's warming up.
Oh,
and the pixels are all just, you know, dead for about 10 minutes. And it's just horrible lines and stuff, and it'll... yeah, it's fine once it warms up, which is why I haven't replaced it, but, you know, eventually I might
there's always that moment of, oh, is this it? Is this... you know, is this the day?
I mean, you can tell it's on, because the top half of the screen is fine. And then the bottom half is like, it's trying to display what's on there, but it's like... it's failing
struggling
largely. I'll have to take a picture of it, it's weird.
But yeah, like, I had a full-on moment. I was like, right, okay, see... pull it all apart, put it back together again, and then I turned it on, and then it wouldn't recognise either monitor, and I'm like, oh no. The fuck is going on now? So get apart, pulled it, unplugged it all, put it on the desk, took it apart, put it back together again, plugged it back in. Oh, please insert the power cable for the GPU. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that definitely sounds...
turned it off, unplugged it, put it back on the desk, took everything apart, put it back together again.
Oh. Yeah, it sounds like a weirdly unseated cable or something.
It was, because the thing is that I knew it wasn't the monitors themselves, because I unplugged the monitors and swapped them round cable-wise.
Yeah.
So my main monitor was going into a display port instead of HDMI, and the monitor that had turned off, which kick-started this whole process, was plugged into HDMI, and then they worked fine. Just the one that was plugged into the display port just didn't do anything.
Okay.
So it's like, alright, okay, well I've clearly narrowed it down to either a display port issue or a cable issue. Clearly. So alright, okay. So I'm just like, right, well, the simplest thing to do is to get another display cable that fits my monitor and the display port on my GPU, and if that doesn't work, then this could be like an £8 fix, or this is going to be when I win the lottery type fix. You know.
Well, apparently it's not worth getting the latest series of GPUs. I mean, especially in the case of Nvidia, they apparently the 5 series, the 50 series, offers 0 benefit over the 40 series at the moment. In benchmarks, the 5080 or whatever it was is exactly the same performance-wise as the 4080.
Yeah, but they are. Why?
Oh, and also the 50 series tends to melt its cables, which is fun.
I do want to point out the thing is that people were using their old GPU cables and not getting new ones. There's a bit of user error when it came to melting power cables.
Cable's a cable, you know. A cable's a fucking cable.
I mean, yeah, up to a point. Like, I wouldn't use the cables that run electric from the street mains as cables in my house, because they're meant for various different
obviously,
things.
if you've got like an industrial connector, you want an industrial cable, but it's a fucking GPU. It uses the same connectors. It should be able to handle it. It shouldn't be putting so much voltage through a cable that it's melting the housing.
No, it shouldn't, and you're right.
And also, when it's doing that, it should be shutting the fuck off, or it melts melt plastic. There should be a fail-safe at that, once it gets to a certain temperature, and it clearly didn't bother with that. So, yeah. So if you got a 50 series and you start smelling melting plastic, turn the computer the fuck off.
Keep a CO2-based fire extinguisher near you as well. It has to be CO2 because foam is wet.
Yes.
You don't want that on the electrical fire.
Or a bucket of sand. Or you might do more damage with erosion if you use sand.
Yeah. CO2 is fine.
Yes. Right, I am on my third blob of XV88. At some point I will have to get myself a proper wet palette, but I've grown attached to the beer case, box lid thing. The little piece of cardboard that came on like a crate of beer that I got for Christmas. I've been using as a wet palette since I got it.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Exactly. You don't need no fancy thing. I wonder if the type of plastic they use in 3D printing. I wonder if
yes.
wonder if that could work or if that just absorbs too much.
Absorbs too much what?
Paint.
Oh. I don't know. If I ever finish the Royal Dawn, I'll start painting it. I'll tell you.
Because I could get my friend who has a 3D printer to print me a novelty wet palette in the shape of a penis.
I mean,
he would do it gladly.
To be fair, I think, if you're worried about the resin or the FDM or whatever absorbing too much paint to make a wet palette, the more you do is you just put a seal over it. Yeah. Just some watered down PVA glue, just base the whole thing in it. And then leave it.
Yeah, it could work. Just varnish the fucker.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Oh god, that's far too much bloody paint.
So let's get into some positive checks. The last couple of weeks have been very political, and I want to stay away from that. Even though my political song came out last week, and it was received well by some people and not well by others.
Oh.
Yes. Exactly. I'm not going to go into it, but I'll just tell you this. Exactly 2 Americans that I know of have listened to it. They had wildly different reactions, and neither of them were the reaction I was expecting.
Oh.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want me to go into it, or shall we go on to nicer things?
Well, you're talking about art, and art is always representative of what's going on in the world. So
I suppose.
I think you should talk about it, because then people might go listen to it more.
Yes. One of the people that listened to it was surprised by. All right, you've heard my previous songs where I'm a little bit silly sometimes, and I try not to take things too seriously. They were very surprised by my tone, and they got upset by it, because it was too real for them. They said. And they couldn't listen to it in one sitting. They had to take a few goes.
Right.
Which that surprised me, because the person in question is a tougher cookie. I thought it was a tougher cookie than that. I thought they were.
If it strikes a particular chord, it strikes a particular chord. And if it was enough to make somebody feel vulnerable, and that's. Yeah. I mean. Good job, your art has done its job, but at the same time, if it's making somebody see, if their interpretation of that, oh, this makes me feel vulnerable, then that's...
It could only be a compliment for
that's
me,
okay.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other person surprised me as well. They took it badly. I'm not going to name any names, obviously, because I don't want to don't call anyone out. But they really didn't see any of the things that I was like. They've not seen any of the red flags that I'm sort of pointing out, and they were almost sort of saying that I was misreading the situation over there, and they were still convinced that Trump means well. He is trying to make America great again, and it's the Dems holding them back and all that sort of thing. And I ended up having a very long conversation into the night, which I shouldn't have done because I got like 3 hours sleep that day. You know, we were just having a heated debate. I think it would be, and they just straight up wouldn't believe a lot of the things I was saying. You know, all the things that we're seeing over here. It's sort of. I mean, I know that the media is kind of very pro-Trump at the moment, because obviously the people who own the media over there are his friends. But I didn't expect it. I didn't think it was that well suppressed that people just aren't seeing a lot of the shit that he's doing. And
people will believe what they want to believe.
Yeah, I guess.
There is that. Like, you know, if you believe Trump is a good person, you got to believe Trump is a good person. And given how the world is these days, you're not going to convince them otherwise.
Yeah.
Because I think, and this is definitely a problem along all kinds of, from all different viewpoints regarding numerous social and political issues.
Yeah.
There's a lot of othering going on.
Yeah. And I think the confusopoly has reached its zenith, and you know, you can produce facts, you can produce evidence, and people will call it fake news. And it's just you can't convince someone of something they don't want to believe anymore, because it's so easy to manufacture evidence to the contrary, and manufacture is the word. Yeah,
it's mad that this is the sort of road we've ended up down.
Yeah, fake news has gotten to the point where you know, it's all fake, or nothing's fake, and yeah, it's not great. You can't believe anything you read anymore. So yeah.
Well, you can.
Basically,
you can believe some things, but
you have to be hypercritical. You have to question every source. You have to fact check every claim. But the problem is, I think the American school system doesn't teach you to be that way. So
no, the American school system just takes you to take standardized tests, much like ours does.
Yeah, but I mean, at least we're taught critical thinking. You know, they're not.
It didn't fucking feel like critical thinking, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, fair enough.
It felt like fucking torture.
Different schools, I guess, but yeah, no, you know, we're especially, you know, we were talking English last week, weren't we? You know, we not only read the books, we analyze it, and we're taught to sort of not necessarily criticize, but critique it. You know, read between the lines and look for a deeper understanding. Whereas I think Americans are taught to take a lot of stuff literally. And this isn't generalizing, of course. There are absolutely well-learned Americans out there. But as a general rule, I think their school system does fail them in that regard. Because they're sort of trained to be sort of workarounds, essentially, isn't it? Sort of a late-stage, end-stage capitalist nightmare over there. Yeah,
it's sort of the same here, to be honest. But there we are.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't want to get too far into the politics this time round, so I will end it there. Yeah. But if you're interested in my opinions at all on American society at the moment, I have a song. It's called Slider, and it's over on my YouTube page. You can go and look at that. Go do that. You can listen to it and tell me things about it. You can tell me how offended you are if you want. I don't mind.
Bula will be back from Bula will be back from his break after word from his sponsor himself. Go check out my YouTube channel.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I started playing a game this week.
Oh yeah.
I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, the original, the first one.
I need to sit down and play that game again. I really do. How are you finding it?
Oh, okay. The reason I stopped playing it the first time was I couldn't get the hang of the combat system. I had it on the PlayStation, and yeah, it sort of flummoxed me. I couldn't get the hang of it. But having now started playing on the PC, I'll tell you that the mouse and keyboard controls for the combat it's less. I think it's probably less reliable, but it's easier to use. You can fling your sword around like a mad cunt. I wouldn't say that my methods are precise, but when you're flailing your sword around so wildly, it is very difficult for your opponent to block. I'm going to actually have to turn myself around a bit here. Hang on, let's get the dog in. Hi, dog.
Hello.
There he is. I gave him a little biscuit before we started, so he's very happy. But yeah, I need to get the light on this side, so that's why I'm turning. Yeah, so it's very difficult for the computer.
Motherfucker!
Right. What's up?
First, I haven't had your bloody camera. Genius. It's just been me on the screen, not you as well. I'm very sorry, my dude.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. It's your stream on your side. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. That was not the point. The point was to see both of us doing it at the same time.
And I have to say, it's been the same on my end, unfortunately. Fucking hell!
Hooray! We're both crap.
We are. Paint cam. There you go. Where's my Discord? Oh god. The reason it was on the wrong fucking screen. There we go. That's better. Fucking hell. Anyway, welcome to the multi-stream, everyone.
Welcome to the multi-stream that we didn't fuck up for the past, 50 minutes.
Yeah, we haven't just, completely forgotten to actually do the thing. Wow, we are amateurs. We bad at this.
Enthusiastic. Just not very terribly well organised.
Indeed. Holy shit. I mean, I at least got the sound.
Same.
Set up.
Yeah, the sound's fine, just not the visual.
I need that there. I need to wash my brush again because it's absolutely caked. It's full of fucking paint as well. I'm taking my sweet time with the paint here. Right, there we go. I've really wet that paint now. That's going to go everywhere if I'm not careful. It really is, actually. Ugh. Okay, so let's just... Yeah, I think I just need a new blob, to be honest. Let's just new blob it. I can go... Got it. And I can also finish this too. Yeah, I brought the camera up so that I could get the upper angle on the model, and I've completely lost the part of the model I was painting. So, yeah, well.
Oh no!
I've not used my travel mug, and it's all gone very cold, and I've just poured tea down myself. like an idiot. Right.
Professional.
We are professional. Right, there we go. Right, new blob. A little bit of water. Dub, 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 dub. Bin your paints. Every time, everyone. Not just some of the time, every time.
I'd argue you shouldn't do that while dry brushing, but that's a personal preference.
I mean, absolutely. But I very rarely dry brush, so...
Yeah. I do with the tanks, because fuck sitting there and going for fucking the entire thing of a tank. Dry brush just gets it done so much quicker. It's also very much like, my tanks are red, like the majority of them are just completely red, so it just makes life easier.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go back and paint over the details if they need to be a different colour. So it's all hunky-dory in that respect.
Indeed, right. I can put it down again now. I've gone past the point where I need a different angle. Right. What time are we on? It's only 8 o'clock. What's Mrs. Bula stirring for?
Just woke up.
Yeah.
Is that pre-work nap, is it?
Well, yeah, she has to sleep during the day so that she can finish her night shift without, passing out. There's been workmen next door as well, which hasn't helped her at all.
Oh.
Okay. Desperately trying to get this model done. I just want it done at this point. I think this is like the 8th stream now of me just doing this model. I want to do something else.
Yeah, I get that.
This brush is way too wet. Oh, I just think the paint is wet. Might add another little bit of paint to it. Oh shit, don't fall. Right, Tao, you're drunk. There we go. A little bit more paint. Mix it, mix it, mix it. I over-thinned it. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Yeah, Kingdom Come. Deliverance. Extremely nice game. I was just... I was... I don't want to, like, spoil anything. I'll tell you this one section that's, like, really early on. I went hunting with, like, an arsehole. Like, our lord, who's an absolute bellend, and treats his subjects very poorly. And we got into a fight, and then I got punished by getting sent to, go caddy for him as he was hunting. And yeah, we made fucking friends. We became friends during a night's worth of conversation and banter. We went hunting. I very early on caught a deer, which meant I automatically win, because like I was overburdened with like venison meat because we were competing. So I basically had to just sit there at the camp, and I could have skipped time. I could have just skipped to the time, but I didn't. I sat there, just enjoying being there in the woods. Very few games get me with the atmosphere.
Yeah.
When they do, oh man. It's just a nice game. It's just a nice world to be in. It's challenging. It is a hard game. It has limited saves, which means that you can't just, like, scum save the whole way through. And, yeah. Just really nice. Can recommend it. The story's really good as well so far. some of the dialogue is brilliant, like top-notch dialogue.
Have you tried to learn how to read in the game yet?
Not yet, but I have had the conversation with someone I met last stream, where I was like, I need to learn how to read. Do you know someone who could teach me? And then the guy was like, oh yes, there's a scribe over in blah blah blah. They could teach you a thing or two. I was like, okay, noted. So the quest has been added to my journal.
Yeah.
I don't know how, since I don't know how to read or write, but I have a journal. Imagine if the journal was just complete gibberish until you learned how to read.
Or it's all just pictures instead of words.
Yeah. There we go. I am almost at the point where I can put the XV88 away. Almost.
Nice.
The majority of the
almost
model.
as better than nowhere near.
Huh?
I said almost as better than nowhere near.
Exactly.
Progress.
Indeed. I literally got this one leg to do, and then I'm oh no, and the crotch. Can't forget the crotch.
Can't forget the crotch, old boy.
Indeed, I need to paint the gooch nice and good. You can't. There's nothing worse than a muddy gooch.
Oh, I say so.
Oh man. Yeah, other than the long dark, have you been playing anything this week?
Yeah, so wherever I go, it was just as lockdown sort of happened, I think. Or just before lockdown.
Yeah.
There was a game that came out called Back for Blood.
I remember that. It was bad.
It's only if you're not willing to put any time into it.
That is that is the soulless rip-off of Left 4 Dead, isn't it?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Like, yes it is, but no it's not.
Okay.
Because Turtle Rock Studios... So Turtle Rock Studios were already working on Left 4 Dead before Valve bought the studio and told them to carry on making Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't Valve that made Left 4 Dead. It was Turtle Rock Studios.
I'm not saying that that Left 4 Dead is a great game and no one should ever try and do it again. I'm just saying that Back 4 Blood felt empty and soulless to me. The characters were bad, and the story was terrible, and the level design left a lot to be desired, and it was very repetitive, and I don't know, the enemy design wasn't as good. Carry on.
Left 4 Dead,
what is your opinion?
Left 4 Dead isn't repetitive.
Okay. There's a difference between repetitive and enjoying doing the same things over and over again. Repetition and getting bored, basically. I got very bored in Back 4 Blood. I really wanted them to do more with the the really giant enemies that they showed off. There was like one.
Or like the ogre.
Yeah, there was like one in the whole fucking game, and that was fun, but it immediately broke the second it spawned for us.
It
just didn't work.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Was this during the playtest?
No, I think we didn't play it during the playtest. We played it in week 1 when it came out on Game Pass, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've done a lot of work since then. Some of it I'm not happy with.
Okay.
They've obviously there's DLCs and stuff for it now, so there's a lot more things and stuff to do.
DLC, is it paid?
It is, yes.
Mm-hmm. How much is the game plus all its DLCs? Well, okay. Is the game like a 50 quid sort of situation?
Don't think it's 50 quid.
I was going to say it would be worth 25. If I would pay 25 full price if it was 25. If it's any more than 25, it's not worth that.
Okay. So regional pricing has changed.
Right.
because it's now saying it's $49.99.
50p.
I did not buy it for $49.99, and I bought it day one.
Okay.
I bought it for, I think it was $39.99.
Okay. So they just put the price up. Inflation, yeah?
And also, to be honest, it goes on sale so much as well.
I don't know.
Like, it's quite frequently on sale.
Yeah.
So I bought the Tunnels of Terror DLC. Like when it came out.
Yeah.
But the annual pass, which is basically just all three of the DLC but slightly cheaper, went on sale for like £4. So I picked up 22 quid, well, 24 quid's worth of DLC for like £4.
Okay.
Because I already had Tunnels of Terror.
Like, the things that have been added, does it fix... Basically, it felt like Left 4 Dead made by people who don't understand what makes Left 4 Dead good.
I think a lot of behind of what makes Left 4 Dead good in the eyes of a lot of people is that Valve made it.
I don't know. I'm not a person who thinks that everything Valve makes is great. I think Team Fortress 2 is extremely mid.
And that's fine. But there were like
and CS Source was a bag of dead babies. It was bad. It was a terrible game.
Yeah. There are a lot of things I can say about the reception to Back 4 Blood. Somebody's reaction to Back 4 Blood made me stop watching a YouTuber.
Okay.
Like, I legitimately unsubscribed from him.
Okay.
I haven't watched a single video of his since.
Right. What was his
because
reaction?
of... So... I want to preface this by saying that this YouTuber also does a lot of Arma 3 content.
Okay.
A lot of Arma 3 mods, when you look down like modded scopes and whatnot, have a PNG. Basically, when you look down like a holographic or a red dot site,
yeah,
it's a picture. It's not a part of the scope that moves when you move.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
He got incredibly arsey, and I mean incredibly arsey.
Right.
During the playtest, the closed playtest,
Yeah.
where they said not everything is finished, because it wasn't.
Yeah.
He made a comment about the PNG scope,
Okay.
and all I could think of was, you play Arma 3 with mods. There are, out of the millions of mods out there for Arma 3, there are like 3, maybe 4 mod packs.
Yeah.
That have the actual sights of different scopes and whatnot modeled into the actual piece of equipment itself.
Yeah.
Everyone else just slaps a PNG on it and calls it done.
Okay.
And the fact that he was like, oh, this is so, like, oh, multi-million-dollar company with Warner Bros. Money, and this is all they can come up with. And I'm sat there like, where is this criticism from in other things?
Mm.
You know, it felt like he went into Back 4 Blood with such a fucking boner for Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
And how this game was not either of those games.
Yeah. Right.
That it just tainted everything that he said.
So he went in there. He went in there wanting to hate it.
Yeah, basically.
I went into Back 4 Blood wanting to love it because I was like, excellent. I really miss Left 4 Dead 2. I really want more Left 4 Dead 2. Valve aren't going to make it, so hopefully this is going to be fucking brilliant. I wanted it to knock my socks off. And I played it, and it committed for me the greatest sin a game can make. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was boring. I was bored.
Yeah.
You know, a game can be as mediocre as you like. Like it wasn't like Redfall. You know, that was a piece of shit. That was a genuinely bad game, but it wasn't boring because it was hilarious to look at. It was just so bad. Back 4 Blood was fine. It was serviceable. It was boring. It had nothing new to bring to the table. And I don't know. It might be better now, but you only get one release, you know? That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem with modern video games. They expect to be able to patch things later and make them better, and then like keep the community. Stuff like No Man's Sky is an exception. You get one release, and if your game isn't good on release, you know you've lost the people who tried it and thought it was shit. They won't come back. But carry on.
I think Back 4 Blood has. I mean, Total Rock aren't updating it now, as far as I'm aware. Because I think they're sort of I think they fulfill their contractual obligations, basically. Which was, you know, Warner Bros. Wanted them to make a Left 4 Dead clone. They made a Left 4 Dead clone, despite being the original devs of Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's done okay. You know, it's done alright. So they have clearly finished updating it and whatnot. So they've gone, okay, cool, we're going to go on to another project.
Right.
What that project is, I don't know. They haven't announced anything.
Well, they'll go on to another project unless Warner Brothers closes them fucking down.
No. So Total Rock are independent. They just published for Warner's.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's
the
news,
key.
at least. After fucking Monolith got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
That's sad. Monolith did one of my favourite fucking series of video games, which I really do need to replay at some point. Mercenaries.
What game do they do? Oh.
Mercenaries 1 and 2 are two of my favourite games on the Xbox /360. I fucking love it. It's like Just Cause, but it has a much better sense of humour, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And also it's all about destruction and not just about, you know, ziplining around. It's literally, you call in airstrikes and it's fucking boss. Like, do you remember how the £10 bomb on Helldivers 2 feels?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine a game on the original Xbox feeling that exact same way. That's Mercenaries 1. You can call in airstrikes and it feels that nice. It's got full destructible terrain and everything.
Oh, the Project bomb.
Yeah, that's the one. The one that just goes and just eradicates the. It's so good. Mercenaries 1 changed my fucking outlook on what was possible in open world sandbox games. It was magical. Oh dear. Yeah. Basically, you get dropped into a. I think it's North Korea in the first one. You're dropped into North Korea, and you get a set of 50. Is it 52 or 53? I think it's 53 targets, and they're all code named with cards from a deck of cards. One of them's a Joker.
Yeah.
And you basically have to take all 53 of them down. I think it was Mercenaries 2 where the whole conceit of the game is the main character gets shot in the arse. And he wants vengeance because he got shot in the arse. Yeah, it's just got a very nice. It's just got a really nice sense of humor. I own both of them. I've got them both behind me somewhere. I need to play those. Like, I love Just Cause because you can ride a jumbo jet into a building to assassinate someone. Love that. Love doing that. But no, I don't know. Mercenaries was better, in my opinion. Had a better tone.
That's fair.
Yeah. Plus, Just Cause 4 was bad. Just Cause 3 was just a perfect game. The only problem with it was it is so unoptimized. It crashed constantly. Oh man. It's slightly better now, but only because I've got better hardware.
Yeah.
It's the only game that repeatedly crashed my PS4. It's the only game that will continuously crash on a PS4. Never had
Actually,
a game
quite
so
impressive.
I've never had a game so unstable that it crashes a console repeatedly.
I still think the funniest thing I ever saw was what was it? When the Skyrim Special Edition got that anniversary upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Because like the original Skyrim was made in what? Like Visual Studio 11, I think?
Yeah.
Or something silly.
The same engine they were making Morrowind in.
Or Oblivion, one of the two.
Both?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a because I think it was there was an update to the engine from Morrowind to Oblivion, and then just a new engine for Skyrim. I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
More than happy to be proven wrong.
Either way, it might be they might have made a new engine when they made Fallout 3 or New Vegas.
I could see them making a new engine for 4, to be honest, just because of how different it looks.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you can kind of see the similarities between Oblivion and Fallout to some degree, compared to Fallout 4 and Skyrim. But yeah, anyway. So the Special Edition got its anniversary upgrade.
Yes.
But the issue was that the original Special Edition had been made on like Visual Studio 2011, I think. Or 2011, 2013, I forget.
One of those.
But then... No, sorry. Skyrim was made in either on either 2011 or 2013 version of Visual Studio. Skyrim Special Edition was made on... I think it was either Visual Studio 15 or 17. But the anniversary upgrade happened on Visual Studio 19. And this caused issues. Because imagine running something through like several consecutive but different game engines. Stuff's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
So what had happened was they had tried... The problem is that obviously all the code to... This is in vanilla Skyrim.
Yeah.
Was from like 2011, where the engine runtime was quite a bit slower than the 2019 version.
Oh dear.
Like quite a bit slower. So all the loading times and stuff like that for things had to be adjusted manually for going from Skyrim to Skyrim Special Edition, and then going from Skyrim to Skyrim Special Edition to Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Visual Studio 19 ran the game so bloody quickly that the scripts wouldn't load properly. Particularly because I personally experienced this. Yes, I have bought Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition about 3 different times. Shut up, I would not be taking any questions about it. That they had to introduce an update about a week later.
Mm-hmm.
After the anniversary edition was the anniversary upgrade was released, to tell Visual Studio 19 to slow down so that the scripts and stuff would run properly.
Oh my god, my eye is twitching like a bastard.
Which is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Because I saw the effect of the scripts running too quickly. So you know that, hey, you're finally awake sort of cutscene at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So I went through that. Where the scripts were loading too quickly, and all the occupants of each cart were T-posing through the driver's seat. They were all inside each other. They were all T-posing. But like, some of the audio wouldn't work. Like they couldn't say anything because it's like, oh, the script's to do X thing, but the script by the time visually you got to X place to make X script work, X script had already been run because it was running that quickly. It was so funny. It was really frustrating.
Yeah.
It was one of those things that's so frustrating you can't help but laugh at it. And what was even more funny was like, it was expected, like, as a certain voice line is being said, the gates to Helgen are supposed to open, and you're supposed to trundle past. But the problem is that the script ran too bloody quickly, that the gates to Helgen didn't open.
Oh no.
So all the horses, at their very leisurely sort of, we're not in any rush, just transporting some prisoners sort of level of haste, were walking into the back of the next cart and into the gate of Helgen at the same time. I got catapulted to the other side of Skyrim because the horse died, physics took over, and the cart went fucking flying.
Amazing.
It was so incredible to watch. I think I might actually have a video clip somewhere of it. It was just too funny.
You need to post it.
I think I have it on YouTube, but it's like an unlisted video.
Oh dear.
But honestly, yeah, just so fucking funny. Why do I have one next to? I'm not even gonna question it.
What are we doing?
Oh, I opened up a tab.
Okay.
To go onto YouTube, and apparently Firefox decided that out of all of my most visited pages recently, it's decided to add a brackets 1 to YouTube and X.
Nice.
As in, I have a notification.
Oh, good.
And I don't.
It's wishful thinking.
Yeah. YouTube Studio, I think I want to go to.
You want to find an unlisted video, that's where you go.
Content.
Yeah, the most broken playthrough I've ever recorded was Doom Eternal. That game broke. I was playing it on like an ancient dying computer. And it was the last game I streamed before I got a new PC. Oh my god, that game broke that computer. The graphical glitches and it was so difficult to play through it. I had to do a boss fight like 4 times because every time I finished the boss, it crashed the game.
Oh no.
It was awful, and I refused to verify the integrity of the game cache because it was entertaining. I was enjoying the brokenness of it, but at the same time it was painful. That last boss as well was literal pain. It was... Oh my god, it was just a visual noise. It was an epilepsy warning running on my screen in 1080p. Just, oh my god.
Sad to say, I don't actually think I have it anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I'm just having a look.
I'll be on an ancient hard drive somewhere, maybe.
No, because it would have been on my C drive,
Oh, okay.
but it's not.
Dang. Lost media.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to think, because it would have been. Because it's literally like a bunch of what's it called? Unlisted videos.
Yeah.
Then there's a couple of Arma 3 ops. Yeah, a couple of little bits and pieces. I could have sworn I put it up somewhere.
Well, if
Why do I have copyright content found on a video that is unlisted? YouTube. Okay, I'll fucking deal with that
it
later.
still scans it, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh, this is age restricted and
Age restricted.
Do that.
Ooh.
Age restricted and unlisted and copyright, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like anybody, only people who had links could see it, but sure.
Someone's gonna hack your account just to find whatever it was.
Oh, it was my first ever attempt at Zeusing an entire Arma 3 op.
Oh, nice. I've no idea
I
what
did
that
it right. Zeus is like the game master,
Okay.
so I can spawn things for people to fight and
Oh, I see.
things like that. It was my first time doing it the entire way, so I think I did alright with it.
Nice.
I am just gonna have a quick bio break, so I'll be right back.
No worries. No worries. You know what? I may also take a break because I need a cup of tea. I'm just gonna finish this white. And then we may go on a double break screen. Just gonna paint some white bits. Wanted this as well, didn't I? Yes, I did. Painting white over brown is extremely painful. Oh, and I've just fucked up there, big time. It's really annoying. I'm gonna have to re-norm that. I have to put norm oil back in that crevice. I'm gonna have to tidy that up as well. Fucking hell. Have I lost the ability to paint steadily without, like, my hands jittering like an epileptic in a rave? Crikey, O'Reilly. I really can't paint here. That doesn't need to be good, it just needs to be in there. Just need to colour the bit slightly. Obviously that's fine. Not see any. Oh, yeah, no, there is a big bit there that needs doing. Right on the back. Way too much paint on that brush. Or at least it's lumpy paint. Damn. It's going okay so far. Ow. Oh, it's so itchy. Got an itchy nose while I'm trying to paint. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my god, come on. This paint's gumming up pretty hard now. When white gums up, it's a pain in the arse. Impossible to use. I need to stop rubbing my face on the microphone as well. That must be really annoying to listen to. My apologies. Okay, I think that might be all the white bits. Probably go over again with another coat just to make it shine nice. I think that's all I can do. Without destroying the brush. Okay. Right, since Cornish is on a bio break, and I need...
Cornish is back.
Oh, Cornish just got back. I was going to say, I should get a cup of tea, but I just finished the white blob. So I've done all the white bits now. You can see the white bits are nice and bright. Nice. Oh, apart from the face. Oh, got the face.
It's fine. Go back. You're going to go make a cup of tea?
Yeah, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. You guys chill right there. I'm just going to make sure I've got the music source. And yeah, I'll be right back.
See you in a minute. I've been watching well, sort of rewatching The Crown recently.
Indeed, The Crown. Welcome back, by the way, everyone. Ciao.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah, you've been rewatching The Crown. I've never watched The Crown in the first place. Is it good?
I mean, it follows the Queen Elizabeth's life from her marriage to Philip, and when her dad is still on the throne, King George VI.
Which one's with Harry Enfield in it?
Oh, good question.
And it's like a really bad parody of the royals.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. I think that was a comedy show.
Well, okay. I would mark it more as horrifying satire, really aggressive satire.
Right.
So anyway, yes, the royals. Is it good? Is it worth watching? What's what you've been thinking on it?
I mean, some of the stuff I already knew, particularly during Queen Elizabeth's reign, for example, the Suez Crisis and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just look at what, it's not oh, this is what the Queen did on March the 1st, 1956, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not a documentary, it is a dramatisation of what went on.
Yeah. Does it show when the Queen ordered a hit on Diana?
We're not coming on that particular thing, but I think that it truly ends in season 6 with her. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended in season 6 with her dying. And if anybody else, spoiler alert, it was based on the real fucking Queen. She ain't alive anymore. You can't yell at me for spoiler warning. You already know what happens.
If she isn't alive anymore, is she really the real Queen? Is she real, or is she dead?
She was real.
She was.
Yeah. I think the Queen actually watched The Crown as well.
Oh God, no.
Which is quite funny.
Narcissism, plain and simple.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't really have much against the royals. I just don't really bow to them, you know. Honestly, King Charles did endear himself to me quite a lot this week.
Oh, was that the letter he sent to Trump?
Well, not just that. The show he made of like bringing Zelensky in, like within days. In fact, I think it was literally the next day, wasn't it? After the Oval Office thing, and that's like unheard of. Because like apparently royal appointments like have to be like booked a year in advance mostly. And he literally invited him to his private fucking residence, not Buckingham Palace, and had a cup of tea with him. And you're like, all right. But I think that was a display of how foreign policy should be done.
Well, the thing is, like, outside of, like, the whole, shall we say, tensions with Princess Diana and Camilla, like, as a result of that.
Yeah.
Like, he is like, I don't want to give the man too much credit, because he already has an overinflated sense of ego, but, like, he is remarkably people-ish, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
he's charismatic.
I don't want to say, well, yeah, he's charismatic because he has power. You know what power can do to people, or perceptions of people.
He does seem like a fairly nice bloke, but
he's a very good conversationalist.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I do like him for his eco warrior, campaigning. Yeah,
I mean, he has done a lot of work and still continues to do a lot of work when it comes to economy, but at the same time, like, I feel like some of the efforts he's made have sort of been tarred by his veneer of his worldview. Like trying to help design and produce a car that runs on wine and cheese, and I'm like, you can't really get that more decadent than that, can you?
No, but I mean, if he could make one run on olive oil or something, that'd be excellent. Or vegetable oil. But anyway, I like what the environmentalist stuff he's doing. Oh, I enjoy that. He has terrifically sausagey fingers.
That's because he's ill.
Well, yeah. Well, it is quite fun to call him King Sausage Fingers, which is nice. And that's something we can do because we have true freedom of speech over here. Not the wanky stuff that the Americans seem to think they have.
Oh, some people say that we don't have free speech because apparently people have been locked up for posting stuff on Twitter and that lot. I'm like, yeah, but you have to understand that the things that they were saying on Twitter is stuff that is not protected by free speech.
Yeah. Also,
but they don't understand that. Yeah. They just think free speech is I can say anything I want whenever we want. So no, that's not how this works.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay, we can. But we have to accept the consequences of saying some of this shit. If we're going to say something hateful and awful, we have to accept the consequences of saying the thing. Being able to say it free of consequence is not freedom of speech. That is not how that works.
Freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences.
Exactly.
So if you run around and say, be all pro.
If you start throwing swastikas about, you're gonna get into trouble.
Yeah, you are, and the consequences of that is you might lose certain types of jobs or have certain speeches cancelled, and you can't blame cancel culture for that because nobody wants to associate with somebody who thinks that's okay to do those things.
Exactly.
Like, that is a consequence. That's not cancel culture.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the consequence of your own actions.
No.
Oh, I've been cancelled. Why? Well, I turned up to a party dressed in an SS uniform.
Yeah, you weren't cancelled.
I was running around.
You weren't cancelled. You were a cunt. Look inward.
Two very different things.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, there's just some people out there just need to be reminded that freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. But yeah,
Yeah.
You know, oh, I thought we lived in a free country. You do. Shut up.
Yeah. I am free to tell you that. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that people like to bandy around, but don't actually know what it means. Do you remember? I think I can't remember when this was, but there was a lot of stuff going around on Facebook about the Magna Carta or some bollocks.
Oh no. People bring the Magna Carta apart. That is just the biggest possible red flag in a conversation.
Yeah, but people were turning around and said, "Oh, you know, this enables us to do something to do with Europe," because, of course, it was. And they're going on about Magna Carta this, Magna Carta that. It's like, how the hell is a document from like 14 something or other going to predict that, you know, the fucking European Union was going to rise? And you want to flow that around saying, oh, the Magna Carta says that we don't have to do it. It's like, that's got nothing to do with the European Union. That's a completely separate, different entity. And that document is 600 years old. You don't think we would have made some adjustments to it if that was the case?
I mean, you know, you can predict anything if you're loose enough with your language.
Yeah, like the other thing as well is that...
Vague.
Yeah, the other thing as well is that, particularly when it comes to treaties like the Magna Carta, they were deliberately left sort of a bit plain in terms of their wordage because people had to remember it.
Exactly.
You know, and a lot of the nobles and lords at the time couldn't fucking read. Alright, so they had to have it simple enough that they could remember and understand it.
Yeah.
It's very different to, you know...
And also, back then, translation was not an exact fucking science.
No, it wasn't.
But I mean, a lot of passages from the Bible have been mistranslated, leading to all manner of nonsense. Because the Bible was written originally in, was it Latin? Can't remember.
Well, it has been written in Latin. Whether it was originated in Latin, I don't know.
It was written back in a language that it was definitely not English, yeah, that's why the Dead Sea Scrolls are so important, because that's like an original version of certain writings, you know. And so you can get a fresh translation based on the original and get a better understanding of the document. And there's certain books in the Bible that have come out of that, and they retranslated some of it. And then certain parts of Christian society basically went, no, that's wrong. Our translation is better. But they literally had the originals in front of them. How the fuck are you complaining? And I've just dropped my model, and I hope I haven't done any damage to it.
Oh no.
To be fair, the only paint that was wet on the palette was white, so...
At least she doesn't drop it in the white.
I knew it. I knew there'd be some.
Oh.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's brown over white, it'll be easy. My eye is twitching like a bastard.
You okay?
Yeah, I think I've just not slept very well this week. It started with the 3 hour night that I had on, I think it was Monday night. And yeah. After that, it's been trying to catch up. I had like 6 hours last night, which is fine, but I'm still trying to catch up.
Unless it's in very specific circumstances, I am very much I need at least 8 hours, any less than that, and I will murder you. Sort of feel. Apart from my LARP, where I'll go, yep, I'm going to go to bed at midnight and wake up at 4 in the morning.
Well, I like to live life in the manner of it was a band called Autograph, great poets that sang for every minute I have to work, I need a minute of play.
I think that's just generic striking, to be honest. But
yeah, no. So basically, if I'm working an 8-hour day, which I do Monday to Friday, or Monday to Thursday at the moment, which is lovely, by the way. If I do that, I need to, play games for 8 hours, or enjoy my night for 8 hours, which does leave very little time for sleep. So, because I'm stubborn and refuse to just have a night of sleep, because I want to enjoy my time, I end up ruining my nights, because I end up so tired I fall asleep on my chair. Fun.
Well, that's very much you putting yourself out there, so
Yeah, I could go to bed at 11 o'clock, or I could watch another episode of something and stay up, which is what I end up doing, and then I end up regretting it the day after. And my eye twitches because I haven't had enough sleep. Very annoying.
I think is Mrs. Bula working Saturday?
Huh?
Is Mrs. Bula working Saturday?
No, I don't think she is.
Okay. I think you should go to bed a little bit early on Friday night. Have a lie-in, and then go out and just do stuff.
Oh, fuck, I've just ruined that. Oh.
I think that would do you some good. Like,
Maybe.
something relaxing, nothing too strenuous.
Well, Saturdays is my Kingdom Come streaming day. But I might give it a miss, I don't know. Who knows? Could do it in the evening, plus the stream, to be fair.
Yeah, but well, obviously depending on the weather. If the weather's shit, then fair enough, stay on.
Do something. Yeah. No, it's not a bad plan. Right, what am I doing here? So that's that.
Painting, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be painting. Trying to get these white bits like a nice flat colour, which is difficult. Takes a lot of coats, but it's getting there.
Alright, that's the brown done for that fucking field ordnance battery. It's only been 2 hours. What do I need? I need... Did I not get the Agrex out? No, I didn't, like a genius.
I can't use Agrex. It's not as good as Norm. It's got
a different pigment to it.
I know it does, but I just don't like the way it looks when it goes into crevices. It just makes everything look like it got shat on. Whereas like Norm Oil just like defines shadows like pretty neutrally, which is why I use it on everything.
And some paint pot lid maintenance and scraping out all the dried crap from
Nice.
inside of the rim of the lid.
Love a bit of rimming on a Wednesday night.
A bit of rimming. When's your dad rimming, dear boy?
Fuck's sake, I am being so clumsy right now. Jesus Christ, I just painted over like 2 fucking full sections when I'm only supposed to paint 1. I'm gonna need to re-norm that area now. I'm absolutely fucking this up.
It happens, my guy. Don't worry too much about it.
Worried.
Why are you worried?
Because I don't want to have another stream of this model. It needs to be done today. For my sanity, if nothing else.
I always think the crap that I pull out of the lid of a paint pot, particularly the brown, always looks like chocolate. And I keep looking at it like, no, don't eat it.
Eat the forbidden chocolate. Eat it.
Eat the forbidden sweet. The forbidden painted chocolate. Ugh.
Yummy. Okay. Got a couple more bits of white, and then I'm on to black. Yes. Get the white back out. Another blob. Okay.
Ow.
Ow!
Just stab myself at the end of this tool like a genius.
You tool!
I'm a tool. At least I'm not Peter O'Toole.
Yeah. Yeah, I started watching, well, I've been rewatching, it's before the Tangerine Tyrant got in. I've been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah.
Which is a nice show. A good show. But I don't know whether I, like, ever finished it, because I'm up to the series, the sort of post-COVID series.
Yeah.
And I don't remember a single thing about it. I've got a horrible feeling that I just didn't watch it, or I've blanked it out my memory.
Oh, I've already got the fucking actor accent. I mean, to be fair, there are some instances where I'm watching a show, like, I feel like I've watched this before. And then it will come to me, like, 3 months after I finish watching it, like, oh shit, no, I have watched that before. I'm just an idiot.
You see, when I watch shows that I really like, I tend to drink a lot, because, you know, it's what I do with my evenings. Which makes it really weird when you start watching, you've no idea where you are, and you turns out you've forgotten what happened in the last 2 episodes that you watched, or you fell asleep halfway through an episode, and you don't realise until you start the next episode, and you go, what the fuck's going on? How did this happen? How did we get here? Yeah, so that happens to me frequently. I'm currently going through Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had to rewatch whole episodes because I completely forgot what was going on.
Because a little deep in your cups.
Yes. I watched The Sopranos half caught the entire way through when I was in university, and I reckon I could rewatch that whole thing and enjoy it like it was the first time I'd watched it. Now it's been like 10-15 years. God damn, it's been that long. And yeah, I was half cut the first time I watched it, and I've probably forgotten most of what's happened.
And I'll be half cut again when I watch it.
Exactly, that's the plan. And I really, The Sopranos is so good, by the way. It is the
Isn't it based around like the mafia in like the 70s and 80s?
Yep. Actually, it's the 90s. It's during the death of mafia life. It's like basically it's the mafia trying to avoid Rico, and you know, trying to stay relevant in a society that's like basically leaving them behind.
Okay.
And the whole story is loosely, well, it follows the sort of junior boss of the mafia who takes over at the start of the series, and his struggle with mental health in a world that like that doesn't and won't understand mental health. So he has to sort of like hide the fact that he's mentally unwell and going to therapy, whilst, you know, being a mafia boss and doing horrific things.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's a really, really well done story. I would say it's probably the best television I've ever watched.
Okay.
And it has no bad series. It has no bad seasons. It ends before it gets bad, and that is the best thing a series can do for me.
Kind of like Firefly.
I wouldn't know. I've not seen all of it.
Guess what? Nobody has because they cancelled it.
Yeah. But no, I've got the DVD of Firefly actually, and Serenity, but I've never watched them.
You should. It's one of those things you should watch at least once.
It's one of those things that I don't know if I can watch it, because I don't actually have anything to watch a DVD on. Oh no, I do. I've got a PlayStation 2. I've got an Xbox 360.
I was gonna say, doesn't fucking PS4 allow you to play DVDs, or is it only Blu-ray now?
I actually don't know. I've never tried to play a DVD on it. I know if you put a PS2 disc in it, it has issues. But yeah, no. Oh, hello. I have a bot in my chat. Let's get rid of him.
The PS4 or PS5 you have?
Yeah, I've got... I don't have a PS5. I've got every other PlayStation console. I've got me...
Yes.
Yeah, got me...
Yes, yeah.
Got me PS4 controller. There's my PS2 controller. My PS3 controller somewhere. Don't know where.
Yes, you can play DVDs on the PS4.
Oh, good. That's nice.
To play a Blu-ray disc or play a Blu-ray disc or DVD, insert the disc into the disc slot and then select the content for the content area. Your PS4 console must enable the disc playback feature over the internet only once before you can play any Blu-rays or DVDs.
Oh, okay. I mean,
so
I could just use my Xbox 360, which is fine.
Yeah,
I used to. That was one of the main reasons I got a PS2. Actually,
what, DVDs?
Yeah, it was cheaper than a DVD player back then, and it was a really easy to use DVD player. I think it was actually the quality wise of the DVD player. The DVD playback was actually really good as well. I missed a bit.
Well, that was the thing, wasn't it? Like they wanted to make that was sort of the start of making consoles an entertainment system rather than just a game system.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, no, to be honest, I think the start of that was the PS1, where you could play CDs, and it had a little, it had a visualizer, just like Winamps. Why don't I ever try and use that? Oh my god, that'd be so good.
What, the PS1 visualizer?
Yeah, the PS1 sort of CD playback screen. I need to get my PS1 out for just for that. I'll burn my album onto a disc. The next album that's complete, I'm going to burn it onto a CD, and then I'm going to put it into a PlayStation 1, and I'll have a listen party using the PS1. And we'll all listen to it together. That'll be nice.
Oh, I'm gonna love that 16-bit audio.
Oh yeah. Just like the good old days.
Yeah.
It's not 16-bit anyway. 64-bit, thank you very much.
What, PlayStation was 64-bit?
Yeah, it's the first 3D. It was the same as an N64, basically, although better. I think the N64 had better colours, had better saturation sort of stuff. So when a game used that, it did it better. But because PlayStation games were on CD, you could have FMV, and the audio was better. And in my opinion, the 3D graphics are a lot better on a PlayStation. Which is, I think, probably why a lot of the games on the N64 ended up being kind of cartoonish looking. Not only that, but because of, obviously Nintendo games are quite directed towards children's. Unless you're talking Conker, in which case, yeah. Definitely not. I got the remaster of Conker's Bad Fur Day on the Xbox. Maybe that would be a game worth streaming.
Don't know. I've never played it originally, so I can't say.
Oh, it's good. It's a very funny game. Like a mascot platformer with all of the dirty jokes. One of the first bosses is a giant opera singing poo, and it has a full song during the boss battle.
God.
And it sings an opera song about scat.
Jesus.
It's brilliant. Very much toilet humor. All right.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah, very much so. Let's drink some more tea before it goes cold.
Again.
Exactly. Num num num. Delicious. Okay. So, we go red or black next?
I go red.
Is that corn red there? Ooh, that lid didn't go on properly. It's not too bad though. It should be fine. Okay. Corn red. Alright, I'll put you there. Bit of water, and you're good. Get rid of the excess and go. Right. Do the big bit first. The chest plate. Super boob. How's your model coming?
Yeah, I'm just starting the crewman now.
Mm.
This is something a bit of a change of pace rather than just sort of blanketing everything like I've done for the past couple of hours. I just sit there and do a bit of detail work just to break it up a little bit.
Nice. Ooh, the boycott of American products is going quite well today.
Oh, yeah?
Found an alternate cola that works for alcohol.
Oh.
Bar cola, it works. It's good.
Oh, from... is it BARR?
Yes.
Yeah, bar cola's great. Bars. I wish I could get hold of it more often.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't drink on its own. But in alcohol, it's perfectly serviceable.
Mm-hmm. I just like the other flavours of drink they do, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
So-
that lemonade is so good. But I've also been told that I need to try out Jacobman's or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Their cola is apparently superior in taste to the American brands. It's a little bit more expensive though, sadly. But we'll see. I'll see if I can find some and see if it's worth it. It may well be. Like if I'm drinking just cola, I don't mind spending a little bit of money to make it nice. Yeah, there's not a lot that I've not been able to replace, which is really good. I was expecting worse. I had to get some new trainers, so I usually go for skate shoes, which means I wasn't allowed Vans, I wasn't allowed anything like that. So I thought to myself, trainers brands. Who is European? I don't know why I was surprised, but I was surprised to find that Adidas are German.
I knew they weren't American.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know where they came from. I've also never know how to pronounce it, because I've always pronounced it Adidas.
I don't think it matters. Plus they're Germans, you know. They deserve to be mispronounced sometimes. You know,
Right.
they've been lovely for a few decades, but
Before that, however,
yes,
oh gosh.
yes, you never know what they're planning. So yeah, I've got myself a pair of Adidas. Unfortunately, I had to go to Sports Direct to get them. which makes me sad.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still not an American company, which is fine. I wish this flap came down because I can't actually get into the bottom of the head now because the flap's stuck up. Just making it more awkward. Get to this.
Oh, yeah.
More awkward to get to the bottom of the chin, basically. Yeah, got new trainers on their way at some point over the weekend, I think.
Nice.
I'm telling myself that I'm not going to use them. Walk the dog. That's what destroyed the last pair. I have specific.
What? Because you're walking so often, or?
Yeah, walking so often, and also he tends to drag me around a lot through the mud, so it's not good for trainers. I've got specific walking shoes for that sort of thing, and I need to use them for it. I'm gonna skip this song because it's a bit fucking shit. Sorry about that, man. Not that Cornish chat can hear that, but it was one of the menu musics for Tekken 7, I think it was. It was very, very much all over the fucking place. Okay. There we go. We get a red bit, nice, bold and flat colour. Oh, there we go. Right, it's got to have the little red bit on the penis. His knob guard.
Most important piece of armor.
Exactly. You must always protect your penis. A cod piece, not just a fashion statement. Also,
it's all 50s broadcaster there, aren't you? Gentlemen, I do declare this latest penis guard from Penis Co. We'll make sure that your little sport doesn't accidentally hit you on the backswing.
No new penis guard. Penis guard 5000.
Order now for your latest through your nearest local sporting goods shop. We don't have to talk some bollocks on this, don't we?
Oh yeah, it's the only way to stay sane, I find.
Yeah.
I remember, I guess I used to talk when me and my friends in school used to get on Xbox Live in the evenings after school and get on like Rainbow Six Free and Return to Castle Wolfenstein and that. And oh my god, we used to talk the most bollocks. Absolute mental nonsense. But it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the online 360 games are so dear to my heart. I remember Rainbow Six Free in particular very fondly. That was such a good game online. That was back when you actually had to use the headset and you had to talk to people in the game. And
Yeah.
I can't stand doing that now, but like when you were forced to do it, it actually did make things better. I couldn't imagine doing it now. But It was really good back in the day. It was like a period of like 5 years or something where like voice chat in video games was like really good. And then the 12-year-olds came in and started screaming on Call of Duty and Halo and ruined it for everyone.
Hi, I was one of those kids in Call of Duty. But to be fair, I did it because it annoyed other people.
Oh.
Because I was a little bastard.
To be fair, I was annoyed.
Like, actually, I would like absolutely try to like, so you didn't hear the, you know when somebody's got their microphone too close and they concentrate and you just hear them go down the microphone.
Oh man.
Like that. I did try not to do that, but there were the shit I got through private messaging in Call of Duty on Xbox on Call of Duty was incredible.
Yeah.
I read things no 15-year-old should read. Because of the shit people were saying to me, because I would beat them.
Yeah. Man. I remember going. I was in a clan. I was in a couple of clans actually in Rainbow Six Free, and there was I was like 14, 15, something like that, and there was a 40-year-old Scottish bloke who was very much a stoner. His gamer tag was brother. I won't give the clan tag away because it was basically clan tag plus brother. And oh my god, he was the nicest bloke in the world, but he went. His nonsense was like another level of nonsense. He would chat just the most insane bollocks. I'm pretty sure it's like a conspiracy for us and everything, but my god, that guy was funny. If you're out there,
if it's that baked, fair enough, you know.
If you're out there, brother, hey, how's it going? Haven't spoken to him for well over 20 years.
Chris, I'll put him in his 60s, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Christ. He wasn't called Hibby by any chance, was he?
Oh, I don't know. He never told me his real name.
Oh, this was the display name for somebody who I used to game with.
Oh no, his
He
name
was also Scottish.
No, this guy's name was Brother.
Ah.
He might have had multiple names, but yeah, no, it was. I think it was a different Scot.
Yeah. I just So I used to a guy called Hibby used to be in my Armour 3 unit.
Mm.
And I think he had been a member of the Armed Forces at one point.
Okay.
But sort of took, bearing in mind that like the majority of people that when I joined play were like late teens to like mid 20s.
Yeah.
With a couple of older people. And he like the motto for my Armour 3 group is serious fun.
Okay.
Like, we want you to take it seriously, like 80% of the time, but we also recognise that, you know, you're here on a Saturday night or a Friday night or both. You know, playing games is supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we wanted to do it seriously, we'd all go join the armed forces. You know. Because that's also sort of the thing with Armour 3 groups, that either like 100% RP serious or just 100% memes. And we try to have a bit of balance between the two.
Okay.
And yeah, like, bless him, like, he was really good playing Armour 3 with him.
Yeah.
But this Scottish bloke, Hibby, but there were moments where it's like, could you just shoot the fucking guy, please? Because he wanted to know bearing, distance, how many there were, what were they carrying, what do they look like, what their fucking social security number was, their birth date, their mother's maiden name before he pulled the fucking trigger.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, dude, come on. Please. No. Stop.
He's taking it serious.
Yeah, like, we said to it, like, you know, you don't have to know all that. Like, they're shooting at us.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to assume that they're hostile. You know, you can shoot back.
Yeah.
You have to wait for somebody to say you can shoot back to then start shooting back.
I do. Yeah. I think armor largely passed me by. I was. I think I was sick of first-person shooters, to be honest. When that sort of was popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like Call of Duty Black Ops was the straw that broke the camel's back for me for like military shooters. That was
the first one.
The first Black Ops was a bad game. You know, I finished the like 4-hour campaign the day I got it. Tried playing online, and it was just filled with absolutely insufferable guns. I traded the game in. I returned it on the day I bought it. I was like, yeah, this is shit. And I went to Gears of War instead.
See, this is what always like kind of fascinates me about the sort of gamer mindset, is that there will be people who would queue up outside of, like, back when you could.
Yeah.
Queue up outside of like game and whatnot in order to buy the latest game.
Well, you can't now,
and then
you don't have to, but go on.
Hmm?
You don't have to queue up anymore. You just get a digital copy because nothing's physical anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about this bygone era.
Yeah, exactly. Back in day.
Back in day, where, you know, people would queue up to get this game. They would buy it. I remember walking in. I think I walked into. I think it was Game or Game Station. I think it was one of the two.
And
I noticed the game that was pre-ordered.
Boutique?
I didn't have one in my city.
Oh, I've got an Electronics Boutique memory card above me somewhere. If I can find it. Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't have one down my way.
Oh, they were good, but it would carry on. Yeah, so you go in the shop.
I go in the shop and it's like, wasn't the release date for like this game? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, why is it already pre-owned? It's like, because somebody bought it, went home, completed it, and brought it back. And it's like, is there just like no sense of permanent? Like, just I've never like, if you waited for this game, you bought it, and it's been absolutely awful. Like you with Black Ops,
Yeah.
for example, and you just hated it so much you returned it. Fair enough. But there were people that would buy it on the day, complete it, and then trade it in, and I'm just like, where's the? What if you want to play that again in like 3 months' time
Buy it again.
for full price? Because it will still be full price.
Well, it might. By the time you want to play it again, you know, if it's a single player type experience, you haven't traded it in. If you opened it and you went back the day or the day after, you could just get your money back. You could refund it.
Mm.
And that's what I did with Black Ops. So yeah, and it would count as pre-owned because it's been opened, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the store would take a loss on that. But yeah, no, yeah, and so you've got your money back. You can just go back and buy it again if you want it again.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I used to love doing was going into game and seeing the rack, like the one that we had. Oh, fuck this song. This song's awful. Shut up.
Shit.
We'll be going into game and just seeing like these like table stands, just full of pre-owned games, not stacked on the shelves, looking all pretty, just like
the bin.
So. Yeah. Well, no, these were actually stacked. So imagine like if you look on my camera briefly, quickly.
Okay. I'm looking.
Imagine like a table, but it's a box like this here.
Yeah.
And it would just be game
Yeah.
with the binder facing upwards.
Like you get in a car boot sale.
Yeah, it was just that. And this local game near me, it's fucking died a death now. Like it hasn't been in that.
Game in general is not a place for video games anymore. It is.
No.
You get T-shirts, you get board games, you get pop figures, and there's a video games section there, but no one uses it for that.
So also, I think my nearest one is Inside Sports Direct because Sports Direct bought it. But yeah, just going in and just like looking through all the pre-owned games to see if there's anything I wanted.
Yeah.
I did that 3 times with Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1 and 2 because I kept trading them in and then buying them again. I was like, right, no, the next one I'm buying and I'm going to keep, and I have, and I've had them for 20 plus years, and they're on my shelf in my bedroom.
Nice.
And then I bought the remastered PC called PC ports when they came out, 2022 and 2023.
Nice.
I need to play them again. I really need to play them again.
I want to complete Baldur's Gate 3.
These are separate. These are tied to Baldur's Gate.
Right.
Well, they are, but not in the same. But they're not tied in any way to Baldur's Gate 3.
No. Well, I mean, I don't think any of the Baldur's Gates are tied to Baldur's Gate 3.
Arguably 1 and 2, maybe. At least they happen in the same verse.
Well, I mean, they all
Minsk and Boo.
They all work on. They all happen on the Sword's Coast, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Dark Alliance does as well. Or is it in a different setting?
No, it is. Because Dark Alliance 1, you start off in Baldur's Gate and then you go elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, no.
And then Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 2,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is your hub to go off and do things.
That Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and 1 and 2 are as connected as Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are to Baldur's Gate 3. There's completely separate stories.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if there was like a little like tip of the hat, as in like we acknowledge you sort of thing for Baldur's Gate 3.
There was so long between the games that I don't think that's possible, you know. Like the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 happened in the 90s, man.
I don't know. I mean, from like to like Dark Alliance, because what happens in Dark Alliance is with Dark Alliance 1 and 2 is actually quite significant.
Okay.
I know Black Isle Studios kind of got revived to pump out the PC ports over the last couple of years, but they haven't. There's been nothing from them since, and I'm kind of sat there hoping, like, I really hope that the PC ports did well enough that whoever resurrected Black Isle Studios could see the potential of finishing the series, because there was supposed to be a third Dark Alliance game, and it never got done because 2 ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. The problem is that the industry at the moment is so obsessed with remakes and remasters because they're really easy to do, and they're like, you know, guaranteed money spinners, because the people who played the game the first time will go, "Ooh, it's remastered. I might play this. I might do this again." This is why I refuse to buy a remaster. If a remaster comes out and it's popular, I would rather play the original on stream, like I did with Bully. You know, I actually own the scholarship edition of Canis Cano Edit on the PC. But I went to I played it on the PS2 instead, because it's just the original way. It's the best version, you know?
Yeah.
It's the version I remember as a kid. Actually, it's not, because I didn't actually own it as a kid. I didn't play it. So I wanted to experience it the way I would have experienced it back in the day.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
What?
My Dawnstone has come out Dawn Paste.
No.
Yeah, I've just opened it for the first time in like 2 weeks.
That's not good.
I'll give it a good... actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix some Lamia Medium into this. See if I can revive it. over there.
I preemptively got myself some fresh lead belcher and some fresh white scar because mine were looking a little bit sad. But I haven't had to use them yet, so I'm leaving them sealed until I need them.
Oh yeah, like I bought another port of Dawnstone because I knew this one was dying. I just didn't realise how badly this one was dying until now.
Okay. Yeah, I have some colours that are on their last legs which I haven't yet replaced. I'm going to have to figure out which ones so that I can definitely get them. I'm happy I've managed to revive this Hyenas because that was close to death when I opened it first time a few weeks ago. Got the stick out and everything. Had to really mix it.
This might be a lost cause, but we'll give it a go. It's looking more paint rather than paste, but yeah. Oh, I should get a cocktail stick and fucking stir it, shouldn't I?
Just use the back end of your brush like everyone else.
Best fucking purchase I've ever made when it comes to hobbying these cocktail sticks. Just generic cocktail sticks, but they've been so bloody useful.
Yeah, I never thought to use them. Is this the right? Yeah, that is the right blob. It's just sealing up real fucking quick.
I've used them to make spray sticks, impromptu spray sticks.
Nice.
When I'm undercoat and stuff. Makes it so much easier rather than having it in my hand and trying to spray it without a little piece going whee from the pressurized air. Oh, okay. Yeah, this might be unrecoverable.
Is it not working?
Well, look at it.
Yeah, that is.
That is not paint.
No, that is Play-Doh.
That's a shame because there's still a good half of it left. Alright.
Never mind. The paints, you use the least. Always will do that. I find.
I use it the most. Like grey is like my fatigue colour for all my guard.
Oh no. Oh, I use not is it? Yeah, Steel Leech and Drab. I think it is that I use for my. I use that for my armour. Nice. That's a really nice grey, I find. Oh, I forgot the red bit on the fucking feet. God damn it.
Although, to be fair, I probably could have just added more Lamia Media into that other pot, but fuck it, I've opened this one now.
Yep, it's all done.
What
is done is done.
I feel when we open the new pot of paint and go, I'm going to fucking ruin you. And you're going to like it.
All right. Don't know who I was going to say. Donald. I think you need to paint that pot of paint off. Stop it from going to press.
What now?
No.
You
were talking
what now?
to it like a dirty hooer.
A dirty hooer?
A hooer. That'll fool the algorithm. He didn't say anything bad, because he pronounced it weirdly. Oh, speaking of the fucking algorithm, you know when I uploaded the little teaser of me for my new single, the album I triggered it.
Oh.
It's like self-harm related imagery. I'm like, oh, kinda, but no, fuck off. Really? You're letting Nirvana's album cover on there, but you're not letting this absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it was the fucking algorithm, isn't it? Like, it's not operated by humans in any way, shape or form anymore. Sure. Can you stop doing that, please?
I'll try.
No, not you, my paintbrush.
I might have to change the water in this this thing now that I've used the gold, because it's got little bits of glitter in it. I don't want everything else to be shiny.
I haven't really come across that problem. I don't know why. Or maybe I'm just not paying attention. Or the light isn't hitting the model in the right way in order for that to happen, but yeah.
Right, let's get the all the little gold little nibbles painted properly. I think the gold stage is the biggest transformation on this model. That this is when you can see all of the shine, the shininess.
Yeah.
It all sort of looked kind of drab and brown until I put the gold on. I think it helps that the undercoat I do for the gold is the brass colour, whatever it's called.
Good question. Because I've forgotten.
Oh my god, I need the light in a weird way here. Balthazar, that's it. It's be Balthazar. That's the brass. Right.
Poor Balthazar Gelt. He tried so hard.
Did he get so far, but in the end it didn't even matter?
Yeah, kinda. You play Warhammer Total War, haven't you?
Which one?
2 or 3, so I don't think it was in 1. No, it was in 1.
I played a bit of 3. Didn't really take to it, to be honest. In fact, I played 1 as well, but I got murdered by the wave that comes out in like turn 200 or something.
Oh, that Chaos Wave is bullshit, and they never balanced that properly at all.
But yeah, all I wanted was to build a nice civilization and just, chill and enjoy the battles. Wants to enjoy the battles and just be chill. And then they destroyed my civilization. I was like, oh well, this game's over then. I'm uninstalling and never playing it again. If someone could mod that shit out, I would very much enjoy that. And I just didn't like the whole conceit of number 3. Having to go into the warp and fight the chaos gods and that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's if you do the chaos, the sort of generic chaos campaign.
I mean, that was pretty much the whole game when I played it. I played it when it was just released. I'm sure they've expanded it now, but that was the only option, the only campaign when I played it. So maybe it's better now. I don't know. I just wanted to play as dwarves and chill.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to, because I more often than not played the Empire.
Yeah.
And the Empire just got fucking shafted every single time the Chaos did their invasion.
Yeah. Chaos invasion came from the north, and I thought, oh, I'll leave the vampire counts there. That'll be fine. I'll leave them exactly where they are, and they can, take this. And they took it, and they all died a horrible death. And then the undead came, and the Chaos Swarm destroyed me. And there was nothing I could do. And apparently, when I read up on it, it was like, you need to have a certain amount of, power in your armies. Because I was, squabbling with the orcs from down below. My armies just weren't ready.
Yeah.
And they were in the wrong position. So they came, they saw, they kicked my ass. And I uninstalled.
Valid.
Man. Luckily, that wasn't on stream. That was I did that before I started streaming. Kind of glad of that. I've only rage quit like a couple of games on stream.
I've rage quit Battletech before.
I didn't rage quit necessarily. There was a Rogue Tech run that I basically just sort of called it. Because there was like, it was going nowhere. I wasn't getting any mechs. I was losing mechs quicker than I could like find new ones. So
yeah,
I was like, nah, this is dead. Rogue Tech is a fucking pain in the ass.
Yes. That's why I advocate people not using it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it was. I must have got really lucky on my first run of Rogue Tech, because my first run of Rogue Tech, I had no problems at all. I was doing great. But then, yeah, the second run, I absolutely kicked my dick off.
That's a new one. Kicked my dick off.
Yeah, kicked my dick clean off my body. I don't think it helped that I did a clan start.
Oh god, no. Like, Jesus Christ. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one failed. Yeah. I just opted for the hardest fucking setting in Rogue Tech. Yeah, and I wonder why it failed.
Mrs. Bula's up, go on.
I was explaining to a friend of mine the difference between BTA and Rogue Tech. And I went, BTA has enough content in it that you can keep you going for years. Rogue Tech has more, but everything's infinitely more complicated. And you can start in clan space. A friend of mine was like, alright, cool. And I went, you do not want to start in clan space. And he was like, oh, what do you mean? It's like, so, you know how, like, some games will have, like, a difficulty of, like half a star to 5 stars? And he went, yeah. And I was like, yeah, clan space is color-coded. Or Rogue Tech has this color-coding function. The harder something is, the more skulls it will fill, but it will also be a different color.
Yeah.
A red 3-skull mission is vastly different to a green 3-skull mission. And he went, oh. I went, yeah. And clan space starts at like the second highest color and at like 3 skulls.
Yeah.
It's a suicide run because you'll turn up, the clans will go, hey, cool, look, fresh meat, and just absolutely fucking murk you in like 3 turns.
Yeah, like a red 3-skull mission is essentially a 7-skull mission. And then if it's against clans, you add an extra skull on.
Oh, more than that. It's basically like you treat the clan stuff as like the next color higher, plus give or take another skull. So if you're like green 2, treat it as like red 3 in terms of what you bring, because the clans are just absurd. They're supposed to be, you know. The clans have targeting computers and they've got the weird eugenics going for them and other shenanigans, and even some cybernetics to help them interface with their mechs better.
Bloody hackers.
Yeah.
They're cheating.
You know. Yeah, I love how they have all of these advantages and then don't understand how like, oh, we have an honor system, yeah, but you also have targeting computers and we don't. Yeah. You also have you've also been training on this one specific machine for like since you were barely old enough to masturbate. You know.
They also don't. They also can't build a radiator to save their life.
A radiator.
Yeah, the heat sinks.
Yeah.
Their mechs tend to melt.
Well, they've got clan tech double heat sinks. They don't need They don't need as many of them, which means they can fit more guns on.
Yeah, but the clans, they tend to pack so many guns on that their mechs just overheat and explode. That's how I win half of my matches against clans in Rogue Tech. The mechs just detonate, and I laugh at them. And the second I realised that I could just overheat mechs and just, you know, melt them to death, that was a good day.
Oh, this is suddenly so much easier.
Yeah, I had a mech that had
Oh no, not the flesh as well.
oh,
God damn it.
I had a mech that had, I think it was 14 SRM6s, all all packed with Inferno ammo. One salvo of that, and it could fire it all and not overheat itself, by the way. It would come close, but it could do it. One salvo would shut down any mech. And the chance to explode was high. It was very funny. Yeah, hi Bear. What can I do for you? Oh, he's brought his toy over. Hello, Bear. Come here. Come here. Boy. Oh, I painted my microphone. He's a good boy. You alright, Bear? Are you bored? You want me to stop and pet you? Well, let me use this gold up and then I will. Where did I put that fucking pile of gold? Was it there? There you go, it's better. Was tempted for a second.
I'm a silly bastard.
Okay. What did you do?
I'm
gonna pop paint this.
So it's got leather. The guardsmen have got leather on them, and I've realised I haven't actually done the bloody leather before doing the red and whatnot.
Oh no.
So I'm going to have to be very careful now. I'm going to try and apply it strategically.
There you go, it's better. Yeah, the nipple nuts are golden. That is good. Alright. Oh shit, I need to get that as well. Those bits there need to go gold. I'm going to leave the inner arm areas not painted gold, like shiny gold, because it'll at least like help to show shadows and stuff. The outer arm though definitely needs to go gold. Oh my god. I keep missing sections.
It will happen, especially on a big model.
Yeah. There you go. I think that's good. Right. A little bit there needs some more brown paint, but I'll do that on my final run. The final crossover. Right. Oh dear. I'm gonna take a second break, and I'm gonna go and grab another cup of tea if that's alright with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I also need to talk to Mrs. Bula and see how she's getting on. So yeah.
Alright.
You guys chill right there. Enjoy some continued tunage, everyone. And
see you tomorrow.
see you in a minute. Right, sorry about that. Slightly longer than I was expecting, to be honest. So we lost a dog with ninja-ing.
Oh.
She was being a little ninja, and she disappeared upstairs. don't know how she got up there. The gate was closed. Managed.
Oh man.
Dogs find a way.
I'm taking a bit of a stretch break because I realised I've been shrimping quite a bit. So I thought I'd,
That's fair. I am.
Yes.
I'm on pretty much the final stretch now, I think.
I have a long way to go on this field on this battery. But poor thing is actually getting to get bloody done.
Yeah. So I'm just tidying now, I think. There's a couple of choices that I've made that I'm going to reverse as well. A couple of colour decisions I made which I didn't like. The face is one of them, but this is a tricky bit because it's very small.
Is this the gold little bits here and there?
No, it's the there's a tiny faceplate in the middle of the face that I left white to go with the rest of the ball, but I'm gonna paint it black. So, but I need to go around the gold bits without actually painting the gold bits, and also without painting the white bits, because having to paint white over black is going to hurt me. It's going to mentally scar me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to not do that. I'm going to not paint over the white. Ooh, I nearly just painted over a gold bit. My hands are slightly trembling. The pressure is getting to me.
Hmm.
Okay, that's an acceptable level of bleed. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I need the sides doing as well. I need more paint on this brush. Okay. Need a very well-defined straight line here. But it looks good. Bloody gone and fucking managed it. The face now looks really nice there.
It does. Well done.
Gone and fucking managed it. Lovely stuff. Right. What else was there? Oh yeah, there was the leg nibbles. I'm going to paint in black as well. It breaks the front of the model up a bit more. Oh yeah, when I was looking at like the point total of my army, I realised apparently you can put squads of 3 of these things together.
What, Ghostkeels?
Yeah, Ghostkeels and Riptides. They come in squads of 3 apparently. I had no idea. I feel like that might be a bit overpowered, like, but you know. It's all
What,
good.
for current edition of Warhammer?
Not just in general. Just like a big squad of like 6 dudes. 3 Riptides, 3 Ghostkeels, just trundling over the battlefield.
So 10th has this is sort of at least with the Guard. I saw this start with the Guard a little bit towards the end of 9th edition, but they've completely changed it with 10th. Apart from dedicated transports and battle line units,
Yeah.
and epic heroes,
Yeah.
you can have 3 of any datasheet. So, for example, you could turn up to a 10,000 point game and just put 3 mantas on the field, and that'll be 6,000 of your points.
Nice.
But you can't have more than 6. Or can't have more than 3.
Oh, okay.
Battle line is different.
Okay.
Battle line is supposed to represent like the core of your army.
Yeah, the
So for the guard, yeah, well, call it chaff if you want, but like it's supposed to represent like the mainstay.
Mm-hmm.
Like generally speaking, those are the units that are going to be doing the objectives essentially.
Yeah, your spods.
Yeah. But yeah, so in current edition for the Tau, you can have 3 Ghostkeel Battlesuits.
Nice.
But they come in squads of 1.
Oh, okay.
It's why tank armies for like the 4 months that Guard had their codex at the end of 9
Yeah.
were just horrendous to play. Because at the time, it's like, oh yeah, you can only take 3 of each thing, apart from your standard infantry. But each Lehman Russ battle sheet, or data sheet, sorry,
Yeah.
could have 3 Lehman Russes, or
Indeed.
between 1 and 3.
As it should be.
So you could turn up to like a 2,000 point game, pop down 2 tank commanders, and then 9 Lehman Russ, and that would be your 3 data sheets of Lehman Russ. And that was just the Lehman Russ battle tank. That was not the other variants, which is where it got silly. So you could literally turn up with like 3 squads of 3 Vanquishers because reasons.
Indeed. So did each variant of the Lehman Russ count as a separate data sheet?
Separate data sheet. Yes.
Oh, so you could just have a Lehman Russ army and just have all of the different kinds.
You can still do that now, except that each variant only comes as a squad of 1.
Oh, okay.
So rather than having 3 data sheets, quote unquote, of Lehman Russ battle tanks, you can have 3 Lehman Russ battle tanks.
Okay.
So just 3 singular ones.
Right.
But then you can still get 3 Punishers, 3 Executioners, 3 Exterminators,
Yeah.
3 Eradicators, 3 Vanquishers,
Yeah. So you
and so on and so
can't
forth.
have 9 of a certain type of Lehman Russ.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
not anymore. Which kind of made sense, really.
Unless you're into uniformity, in which case, bullshit.
Well, because the thing is as well is that the way orders for the guard, because orders are the guard's whole thing.
Yeah.
That's how they work. That's their faction rule. Is being able to tell people to do things. And at the time, tank commanders could not. You could be really finicky, and you could, in theory, get 3 orders out of a tank commander, but it was a lot of like points and what was called command points.
Yeah.
So in 9th, you started at 6 command points at the very beginning of turn 1, but you could spend them preemptively to start with less at the beginning of the game to unlock more powerful things in your army.
Okay.
So you could spend, I think it was 2 command points or CP to unlock. It was the Imperial Army and Imperial Armory and something else, which allowed you to gain additional orders.
Yeah.
It was either like a warlord trait or it was equipment that gave you additional stuff. It was weird. But it ended up costing, so you could take a Lehman Russ tank commander, which is like 230 points.
Yeah.
Which is quite expensive.
Yeah.
But you'd end up spending like another 100 points and 2 command points to get the things and get the additional orders. So you got 1 unit on the field.
Yeah.
That's like almost coming up to a third. No, not a third. Coming up to a quarter of the points of your army just to get an additional order.
Okay.
And you could finagle it because also at the time there were 3 separate order lists Guard in 9th edition.
Yeah.
There was your infantry orders, or your regimental orders. There was your mechanized orders and your Prefectus orders. So regimental was your infantry, mechanized was anything vehicle related, and Prefectus was like scions or things like that. But each one had a different order list. So you had like 27 orders you had to memorize, which is absurd. And that's only if you did it like that wibbly, sort of thing. Whereas with 10th edition, you have 6. And that covers everybody.
Okay.
You have first rank fire, second rank fire, which is any rapid fire weapons become rapid fire 2 for a turn. Take aim, your ballistic skill is improved by 1. Fixed bayonets, your weapon skill is improved by 1. Take cover, you gain +1 armor save. Duty and honor, your leadership and your objective control go up by 1. And move. You add 3 inches to your movement characteristic. That's it. That's the only 6 orders you need.
Okay. Simplified.
Yeah. Because all the different orders in 9th edition basically did the same thing. Mostly.
Yeah.
But it will be flavoured differently depending on whether they were regimental, mechanized, or Prefectus. Which just made things absurdly complicated. But yeah. But the advantage of 9th with having like a squad of 3 Beamer Russers as one datasheet was that it would take 1 squadron order to order all 3 of them. Or 1 mechanized order, to order all of them to do one thing.
Yeah.
Whereas now, you don't need that. Well, you kind of do. Like, a tank commander can really only order tanks, or things with what's called the squadron keyword.
Yeah.
And the infantry could order other infantry, provided they have the regiment keyword.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of overlap, but that requires upgrades and spending command points in turns and whatnot. But tank commander's got a boost recently. They now can give 2 orders a turn by default, which is quite nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you can pay a 15-point upgrade. 15 points, rather than 2 command points and like 100 other points. 15 points to give one of your tank commanders an additional order. Which is great. It's fantastic. I love it.
Nice. Oh, I really wish I need to get some sort of perfectly round thing so that I can blob black bits where my gun ends. Some people drill that shit. I would love to do that, but I don't have a drill. So
Are you talking about the end of...
Yeah, the barrel of a gun.
Yeah.
On a perfectly circle hole, but it never turns out that way. So I'm just gonna have to tidy the edges with the gold. Fine, it's fine, it's doable. Anything else that I need to paint?
I don't like it, but it's doable.
Exactly. That's what he said.
Oh. Let's do a little bit more painting.
Okay. Yeah, I am on the finishing stretch, so you don't have to bear with me for that long.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It just means actually I usually get a shift on during the week before our next painting session.
Yeah, I
get this.
I'm gonna be starting some
ordnance battery. What are you thinking? What do you think the next project's going to be?
It's either going to be the Rogel or a mate. I don't know. Have I got any more? I want something different. I don't want Tau. I want something completely different. I have got some Space Marines, so I can do some Space Marines. I've got a Terminator squad, but this is the old Terminators, which is ants in comparison to the new ones. So I feel
there aren't really any new Terminators with the shift to Primaris. Terminators are sort of fallen by the wayside a little bit. So
Okay. So are you saying that the I mean that they don't look any better than the Primaris? Yeah, they're supposed to look fucking beefy. They're supposed to be beefy boys. And
so you can still run Terminators in armies.
yeah.
Just that the quote unquote new Terminator for the Primaris is basically Gravis.
All right. Okay.
Or what's called Gravis armor, which is just heavier versions of the what's it called?
The
Of the Primaris armor.
yeah.
Like you take a I think you take a one, you lose an inch on movement,
Yeah.
but you gain in armor save and I think toughness as well.
Is it still a save of 2?
I will check, but I believe Gravis is a 2+ save.
Yeah.
But I will check.
That was my favourite thing about the Terminators. I just used to walk them slowly across the battlefield as a big distraction whilst the rest of my army got into place.
I want Gravis. Where's Gravis? Who's got Gravis? Good question. Do Captain in Gravis armor.
Do have a little bit there to tidy. I'm just tidying now, which is good. It's the place I want to be now. Getting to the point where I'm just tidying shit up.
Oh no! Okay.
Huh?
So, I don't want Assault Intercessor, I just want Intercessor. Okay, so Intercessor Squad. That's like the equivalent of the standard tactical Marines.
Yeah. I've
Or
got,
tactical squad for Space
got
Marines.
an Intercessor Squad up there somewhere. It's the one with the... I think it's Assault Intercessors. The bladey ones.
Yeah. 6-inch move,
Yeah.
toughness 4, 3+ save, 2 wounds, 6+ leadership. Yeah, Space Marines are not 2 wounds. And that's a blanket thing. That's not just a Primaris thing.
Huh.
I think. Hang on, I'll check the tactical squad.
Oh no, to be fair, I haven't played since
Yep,
like
2 wounds.
4th ed, so you know.
Yeah. Objective control 2. Heavy intercessors. Movement 5. Toughness. This is with Gravis armor. Toughness 6. 3+ save. 3 wounds. So you lose an injured movement, you gain 2 toughness and an extra wound
Nice.
with Gravis.
Good trade-off for me.
Yeah. And also, you know, what's hilarious is the fact that they have something called... Their standard weapon is something called a heavy bolt rifle. 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, strength 5, AP -1, damage 2, assault heavy. So if you stand the heavy intercessors still for a turn, they gain +1 to hit.
Nice.
So that 3+ becomes a 2+ to hit. Which is mad. And they're also 30-inch range, so the same range as Fire Warriors.
Damn.
Yeah, Space Marines got, as a faction overall, got quite a big glow up. Like the squads become a bit more specialised rather than like 8 dudes with bolt guns, 7 dudes with bolt guns, 1 dude with a plasma gun, and 1 dude with like a missile launcher, and the sergeant with his bolt pistol.
Yeah.
Like they all become like the heavy intercessors. All of them have heavy bolt rifles. All of them have bolt pistols. All of them have close combat weapons. The Intercessor Squad is sort of the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they become a lot more specialised. So you got the Hellblaster Squad, for example. comes with a sergeant with a plasma incinerator and a bolt pistol, and 4 dudes with plasma incinerators. But you can up that one sergeant and 4 dudes to a sergeant and 9 dudes with plasma incinerators. Imagine just staring down the line at your enemy and realizing that's a squad of 10 Space Marines, 10 of the new Space Marines, and all of them have a plasma gun.
The Ethereal just looks at the camera and goes, upgrades.
Yeah. You fucking thank Belisarius Core for that one. He's such a boy. He just needs to stop flirting with Trazon, but it's hilarious.
Right, let's try and make these openings on these guns slightly uniform.
But yeah, like, Spaceman's got a huge goal. Everyone was against it to begin with because, let's be honest, the lore for Warhammer's sort of been stuck in the same place for decades.
I don't really care about the lore so much. I'm more annoyed that I have to buy new models because my models look shit. Hell.
Well, yeah, like, casting techniques improve and what. That's different.
More the size difference, man.
Oh yeah, the Primaris are bigger.
I've got penis envy on my Marines, man. My Marines have got penis envy.
The Marines don't care about that, do they? They are basically monks.
Stead monks.
Horny monks. They've got penis envy, definitely horny. Are you sure you're not collecting ambush children?
But their Marines are bigger, Captain. You all have the same stats. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember which book it is, but there's a novel out there which has an interaction between, you know who Fabius Bile is?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, he is a Chaos Space Marine for the Emperor's Children, the scientist.
Okay.
Like, his whole thing is like cloning, like he's been trying to clone things. Like he tried cloning the Primarch of the Iron Hands, Ferrus Manus, and sort of successfully cloned Horus to a degree.
Okay.
But Fulgrim showed up and basically slapped him down and said, "Stop doing this."
Yep.
So he went, "Alright, fuck you then," and went off and did his own thing.
Stop that. It's silly.
He's also, a very rare thing in the 40k universe, is an absolute atheist.
Okay.
Despite being a member of the Emperor's Children, at least notionally, he is absolutely an atheist. He stood in front of Slanesh, felt himself dying from the power that Slanesh herself exudes. I went, "Yeah, I don't believe in you. Get fucked."
Okay.
But he somehow got in contact with Belisarius Core, who's like the in dude for the Mechanicus at the moment.
We're gonna have
You alright?
Yes, the Miss Bulla's just leaving to her night shift.
Oh, okay. And yeah, like, Belisarius Core and Fabius Bile are having a conversation, and Bile basically asks Core what he will be willing to trade for Bile getting the know-how on how to create Primaris Space Marines. Bear in mind, he is a member of a Tracer Legion. And there's just this moment where Core is like, Bile's going on about how they're both scientists, you know, and things like that, and yada yada yada. And he realizes that Core, as much as a man who's been in the Mechanicus for 10,000 years can, and has had extensive augmentations, is fucking trying not to laugh, like directly in his face. it's like, and Biles sort of cottons on and said, what are you playing at? We're both scientists. And he goes through his spiel again, and he's like, the difference, and Biles says something along to the effect of, yes, but the difference is that I'm not creating Marines to destroy things. I'm creating Marines to protect the Imperium. What's going to happen with the Marines that you make? Are they going to supplant themselves to one of the Chaos Gods? And he was just like, well, what do they do after I make them is none of their business? And we were, well, tough shit, I'm still not giving you the fucking way to do it. Basically just tells him to fuck off. And also something about, you might say that you're a scientist, but you're also a scientist about morality, so you're nothing more than a backroom butcher, which is hilarious. Which is just a really fucking such a put down to Bile.
I love a good put down.
Yeah.
Oh, the best put down I've ever heard was made me fucking belly laugh on Kingdom Come. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's, oh my god. I was gonna clip it, but I decided not to because it would be a spoiler. Because everyone needs to hear that line at least once and enjoy it for the first time. So
okay,
enjoy. It involves a priest.
Oh, then it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, a lord mocking a priest. Okay, there we go. I think I'm so close to being there. Okay, I need the gold. This is where I'm just doing the final bits. I'm just going between the pots, just tweaking the last little bits, making it look pretty. And I think there's one last thing I need to do, and that's just be very gentle with some more Null Oil. Because there's a few...
There is a book I finished recently.
That's Agrex, don't need that. Go on.
And it's about the fall of Cadia.
No! That's a part of Null that has gone. Oh, no.
Oh, you okay?
It's gone inside my my drawer.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Ah well.
Ooh.
I'll put the kitchen roll in it and hope for the fucking best. And I'll just use it. Might as well use it while it's there. It's a very wet palette. I don't know if it's leaking out the bottom. I hope not. I hope it's fairly wet.
Well, you'll find out. You'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Stop whinging, please. I've just had a great loss, a grave loss. There we go. There's a couple of crevices that filled accidentally that I need to do. Well, at least I've got Null Oil for a little while. Stop fucking whinging, or I will end your life.
Is he whinging because Mrs. Bula's gone?
He's just bored, and wants me to play with him.
Well, let's finish what we're doing then, and then we'll call it an end for the day.
Yeah. I'm not knocked down. He's just going, arr, arr.
Oh.
I think he might actually want to sit next to me, but the other two are sat there.
Just we're moaning at them as well as you.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Please stop.
I'm gonna put stuff down for the evening. I'm just gonna wait for you to finish up, and then we can do our outros together.
Indeed. Dear me. Just, that's fine on that side, fine on that side. Right, well that's all the Null. I did remember that I had something... Oh, Jesus Christ, look at that. It's everywhere. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Holy fucker duck. Oh, I'm just trying not to get it on the model now. Oh, jeez. Right. Clean the brush. I need the red. I need corn red for one more thing. I need my hands to not be covered in fucking Null oil. So what happened was that some leaked a bit, and it created a sticky bit, which then as I yanked it out of the fucking area where it was, yanked the pot right open. And yeah.
Oh no.
God damn. Alright, is my hands fine? Yeah, they're alright. Move that off there. Just, oh my god. Well, it's going to be a clean-up job for the ages. Oh, ram the final kitchen roll in there, and I'll use the top of it to clean my brush when I'm done. That's Mephiston red. I don't need that one, luckily. The corn, I think? Yeah, corn red. Right. Fucking thing is wet again. Oh my god, this is nightmarish. This is every Warhammer hobbyist's nightmare. Like a half full pot of Null oil just going everywhere. Okay. Well, I've got a fun job tidying, cleaning when I am done with this. Right, don't go in any crevices because the Null oil is gone. Can't use it anymore. Oh look, a crevice that I just filled accidentally. I might get away with some of this Null here. Oh my god. Sorry, I forgot the red bit on the toes.
So good.
We're on it now, we're on it now. He's got twinkly toes. Gotta paint his fingernails. Right. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean, clean. Oh my god. Can't use the Null as an excuse not to clean my brush, come on. There you go. And then just a little bit of Null off the bottom of that. Just fill these gaps a little bit. A little bit there. There. Just there. Go. And there. Wipe off the excess. We should be good. Right. Oh no! Fingers are still sticky with Null. What have I done? Don't think I've done anything right. I think I got away with that. Oh my god. Right. Clean that brush. Right. You come out of there. Just roll that in the kitchen roll. Push the kitchen roll into the puddle. Soak it up as best you can. Ugh.
Did you save that Battletech card?
The Battletech card is currently wrapped in foil, and I am not unwrapping that. I am going to leave it exactly as it is. Oh no, the Orion one isn't. But oh, and it did just gently caress the Null. Oh god, it's a nightmare. Right, paint brushes there. Oh, right. Need to just, I'll just rub it on my pants. It'll come out in the wash. Anyway, Cornish, show us your model.
Well, painted bits of models. Like I did, pretty much finished that guy. I got to do the metal highlights.
Nice, nice.
Where it needs to be done. Made a start on this dude as well. I need to do the Graver's fatigues and whatnot.
Nice.
Let's start with that one. The base is practically finished.
Nice.
So I just need to undercoat and put in the little rockets that would go in these tubes.
Nice.
Pop them in there and have a few scattered around just to give it a bit of life. But yeah, it's a lot of busybody work as opposed to like finished product.
Indeed. Right, I'm gonna.
I don't know why I gestured at where my webcam would be if it wasn't attached to the arm overviewing my painting desk. Because there's no webcam on top of my monitor.
There we go. I actually might need to zoom out a bit because it's a big model. That's good. Right.
There
it's
we go.
finally done. The Ghostkeel Battlesuit
Hey!
is finished.
Nice.
It's finally table ready, as it were. There you go. It's a nice, clean model. I'm not happy with the guns on the shoulders. I couldn't get a nice circle there, but it is what it is. Without drilling it, that's the best I can do. But yeah, he's a big,
Yeah, there's no sense drilling it now. Not when it's assembled.
it's a big boy, and
It is a big boy.
Yeah, he done. Lovely. It took like 8 streams, but it's done. Oh,
It's a lot of surface area.
for the good.
Indeed.
There we go. So, yeah, that's it. Do you want to look at my Discord and see if we can see models what have been painted for our pleasure? Because I can show you my, in my little camera area if that's what you want.
Yeah, I can do.
Okay, let's do this. Discord. Blop. Okay. So
Make
now.
Bula's cam bigger for a second.
Whoa! Okay.
Picture in picture.
I need to come out of full screen here. There we go. Let us go to the Paint Club. Here we are. So today. Oh, hang on. I need to put the that over all of that stuff. There you go. So today, Snow painted this rather handsome, chaotic dude. I like the sort of artistic way he's done the face there. It's sort of he's washed out a lot of the detail, but it kind of looks a bit like an oil painting as a result. It's kind of good. I like it. What else have we got? There's a good piece of work there. We have the best banner I have ever seen. That is impressive fucking work.
That is.
That banner, the fade on that sword, the glisten on the eagle, the flames. It's just, oh my god. I mean, the model itself, it's pretty nice, but this banner is just unreal.
There's a lot of work gone into it.
Yeah, man.
A lot of work.
So that was Monkey King. Well done, Monkey King. That is a fantastic bit of work. Well better than I could do. Badger has done a flaming sword. Holy shit. He's done
I'm
well
assuming
there.
for his salamanders?
Yes, he does salamanders. And the flaming sword, apparently it was done using templates and airbrush.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting. Have a couple more. These are that. I would have done the metal on the little stick there, but I guess it would have impacted him. But there you go. Nice tidy work on the model as well.
Very tidy.
The Blitzer bomber, I think, is what this is done. He's been working on this for a few weeks now. The shark is the shark head on there is just magnificent. I kind of like the way he's done the smoke on the bomb there. That's kind of fun. And that big boom on the bomb.
Yeah, mid drop as well. That's incredible.
Oh man, it's so good. We've got some very talented painters in here, and yeah, after last week's, we got a Walker last week. Badger shared his. That's pretty neat. Free painting of the symbol on the face. He's got the plasma glow there. He's gone for that, which looks pretty decent. I'd have probably undercoated the inside of that in white, just to give it the very glowy effect. But it looks good. I like it.
I feel like object source lighting is quite hard to do outside of using an airbrush.
Yeah, it's all. I've never managed to get it to work. I might have a go at it at some point, but my god.
Yeah, I definitely think I think it's absolutely a what's it called? Objects, airbrush thing.
Well, similar to my incident, someone had an accident.
Oh, so their flue's leaked.
Yeah, the blue's gone.
Oh dear.
Oh
dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Exactly. And I think that's it for the week. Yeah, that was last week. So there you go. That's the Discord sorted.
Yes.
So we have shared all of the things. So I think, yeah. But I think Paint Club has been largely successful, would you say?
I think it has, yeah.
Nice, nice. So, go on. Yeah. Nice. So, yeah, I'll put my camera on for everyone there. Yeah, so thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Cornish, would you like to tell the ladies and gentlemen about all the things that you're doing coming up? Yeah, yeah. Nice. Hmm. Nice. Have you tried BTE, Battletech Extended? I know Hamster did that once, so it might be worth giving him a little nudge and see how he worked. Okay. Hmm. Oh shit! Your volume's been has gone apparently. It's fine. I've just unmuted you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's doing some BattleTech. He's going to do some Long Dark on Friday. So yeah, look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm doing a almost vanilla run on BattleTech just to try and do one of the points challenges in career mode because it's really hard to do in BTA. So I might give that a go.
Yeah, thank you very much, Incline.
Yes, thank you for being here. I'll be briefly, but thank you.
Indeed. Yeah, so over here on my channel, I'll be playing something tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be playing. I'm going to be having a couple of drinks because I'm not working on Friday. Friday will be Satisfactory. Factory has been broken. It's getting rebuilt. Saturday is going to be Kingdom Come. And Sunday for me is going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm going to start the first expansion pack. Lovely.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us, Cornish. Thank you for letting me join you. And thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you for being here.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Bye, Bula's chat.
Bye, Cornish's chat.
Bye bye.
And bye, everyone. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.